To the Westfield football game of the week here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Kenny Kofer, Brent Daughtry, Brett Taylor, and almost comes Scott Josie, Peyton Josie upstairs on camera. Here as the Westfield Hornets are back at home to wrap up the regular season. They take on the Pinewood Patriots out of Belleville, Georgia, the region champions for Region 2 as Westfield. I started playing the national anthem again there for a moment, as Westfield has locked up the 4 seed, I believe, and they will take on the loser of the Heritage and Loganville Christian. So that's a game to take note of here tonight as it's wrapping up all across the Peach State. It's a nice, cool fall evening here in Perry, Georgia.
Finally.
Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah, that is it. That is one way of putting it.
Yeah, it's going to be down, I think, all the way to possibly 37 degrees tonight, I believe.
That's the low before midnight.
That's glorious.
So right now it's 55 and clear and cold, but it's football weather, and it's a great time of year. A lot of stuff going on across the southeast, whether it's high school, college. I don't really consider us having a pro team in the state of Georgia right now, but, you know, we're getting there. Unfortunately, I'm a season ticket holder. I'm telling you, it hurts my wallet because I can't resell those things. I have to pay people to take them.
At least they play the Saints this week.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
a reloaded, rested Saints team.
Yeah, with Drew Brees coming back for just the second week.
Yeah. So, anyways, we are.
Maybe he'll retire soon.
Yeah, who knows?
They'll win a Super Bowl this year, and then he'll retire.
So this game here, Pinewood coming in on a hot streak, and they're doing it behind their quarterback, and that is Mick Wasson, the sophomore quarterback, 6'2", 177 pounds. He leads the team passing-wise. He is 70 of 108 with 1,101 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and he's also the leading rusher as well with 866 yards on the ground and 12 touchdowns. So that's quite a stat line for a sophomore there. 23 touchdowns he's accounted for this season, almost 2,000 yards combined of total offense. So he's obviously somebody to watch out for, and his dad, the head coach, has obviously taught him well. So, Brant, it's going to be how do we key on Mick Wasson. Mick Wasson,
M-I-C.
That's it, number 13, Mick Watson.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Westfield, you know, but it's like we were talking about it before when we had our pregame dinner earlier. Westfield does a good job of getting to the ball carrier, and most of the time even in the backfield, but where all the problems arise is when they have to wrap up and tackle the ball carrier. They seem to have trouble doing that sometimes, and forgive me if I stumble over my words a little bit. Auburn's playing basketball right now, so that's kind of where some of my attention is going, especially before this game gets started.
But, yeah, the coin toss is about to happen here as Westfield comes out. The captains for the Hornets are going to be Chris Kennis, Robert Kennis, Hunter Smallwood, and Beck Beckham. Across the way for the Pinewood Patriots, it will be number 2, Wade Durrance, number 52, Eli Collins.
That's 25, I believe, and 9.
Okay.
No, that's 9 and 25.
Yeah, 28. Ronnie Griffin and number 9, David Friedberg.
Yeah, I got glasses for the first time since I graduated high school.
Can you see?
So,
Can you see?
Well, close up has never been the issue. It's always been far away from me. I've never needed reading glasses.
So this is the Amos family coin toss here at midfield. Westfield in their black pants, green tops with white numerals trimmed in gold, and Pinewood in the all white with green numbers and just the plain green, kind of the Tulane version of Alabama a little bit,
maybe,
you know, because they got the numbers on the side of the helmet. Mm-hmm. They got the Tulane colors.
Man, you had to conjugate a lot of teams.
You like
to get
that? You like that as an amalgamation? Ooh, how about that word?
Looks like the old Philadelphia Eagles uniforms, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. That's true, that too. So,
hey, this is probably not many people remember this. This is a rematch of a state championship game from a few years back where Westfield defeated Pinewood. You can have it. Defeated Pinewood up at Mercer University in a game that was a lot closer than the score indicated. And then obviously last year Westfield got the better of the two teams. But anyways, it looks like we got the coin toss down there. And is he saying Pinewood is going to receive?
I'm not sure. I was looking the other way, talking to somebody else. But
let's see.
We'll get it.
He's going to do it again.
It looks like Westfield won the toss, and they will receive. So they are going to start with the football. They'll be moving right to left. So we're going to see the Westfield offense on the field first. Want to thank the Amos family for the sponsorship of the coin toss. Mr. Bill, Miss Laura, William, Caroline, and Giles. Giles obviously got some bigger things on his mind right now, getting ready in Tuscaloosa for a big battle tomorrow, number 1 versus 2 in LSU and Alabama. But here, his alma mater's set to take on the Pinewood Patriots. All this broadcast brought to you by Brandon Ford of Perry. Go check out Brandon Ford of Perry right across the street here from the Westfield School. I got my F-150 there about a year ago or 2 years ago, and they got great F-150s. Anything you can think of, the Ford brand has been very kind to me. I've had a Ford vehicle of some sort about the past 8 to 10 years, and I've been very pleased with it. So go check them out right across the street from the Westfield School. And now let's jump on into the starting lineups as they are brought to you by Synovus Securities, and Mr. Brett Taylor has those for you.
Yeah, so at quarterback for Westfield, we have number 12, Beck Beckham. 2 running backs will be number 7, Michael Fitzpatrick, number 44, Hunter Smallwood. And the 2 wide receivers will be Hunter Hancock and Chris Kennis. Number 51, Carson Mathis.
He came back.
Left guard, number 50, Seth Andrews. At center, number 52, Colby Hill. At right guard, number 62, Cole Miller. And at right tackle, number 30, Braden McDaniel. The starters for the defense will look like this. For Westfield, 2 cornerbacks, number 3, Hunter Spence, and number 15, Chris Kennis. Linebackers will be number 24, Clay Walton, number 8, Coleman Williams, number 7, Michael Fitzpatrick, and at safety, number 35, Robert Kennis. The line will look like this. You've got 2 defensive ends, number 30, Braden McDaniel, number 21, J.B. Bearden, and then the interior of that line looks like this. Number 50 at defensive line, Seth Andrews, number 62, Cole Miller, and number 78, Cal Langston. Those are all the defensive linemen. So those are the starters for Westfield, and we will get the starters shortly for Pinewood as well.
So we're almost set for the kickoff here, brought to you by the Swanson Restaurant. Want to thank the Swanson Restaurant for sponsoring our pregame meal and all kickoffs here this evening and all season long. Brad and his staff do a great job in feeding Brett, well, not Brett tonight, but Brant, myself, and Peyton, as well as our visitor from Belleville. And here is the kick. A little left-handed or left-footed toe kick taken by Johnson at about the 26. He comes up across the 30, coming near sideline.
He's got a lane.
Yeah, he does. And he's going to be hit hard.
Oh, boy.
And knocked out of bounds by number 2, Wade Durrance, but not before he picks up 22 yards on the return, or 20 yards on the return, out to the 46.
I was going to say he probably should have let that go out of bounds, but what do I know? He ends up getting great field position for Westfield.
Yeah, Westfield's going to start right at the 45-yard line, the minus 45, but still, that's, like you said, really good field position. Is 10 yards further than he would have been, and really good heads-up play by Sam Johnson to field that thing, because that's not the typical kickoff that you see.
No, honestly, I thought when he fielded it, I was like, that's not a smart move. I thought it was going to go out of bounds. But you would have had it at 35, and now you got it at the 46.
Can't complain about the field position here.
I formation to put a man in motion to the near side. That's Kennis. And they're going to give it off to the tailback. That's Smallwood right up the middle. And he is out across the 50 or right to it. That's a gain of 4 yards. As we will get into our keys to the game, brought to you by Middle Georgia Orthopedic. And Brett, I don't know if you're able to pull those up.
Well, I don't have a graphic, but I do have the Middle Georgia Orthopedics graphic up, and I'm just going to say Westfield continue the strong run game that they've had. You saw that there on first down. They need to hold on to the football. Obviously, turnovers are a big key, and then line play, they got to dominate the line and tackle well, as Brant mentioned earlier.
So now they're going shotgun, quick pass, out wide, and that should be pass interference, and it is.
Yeah,
although I think that Westfield's going to get a benefit on that, because I think that ball was probably uncatchable, but nonetheless, he knocked him over.
Yeah, Kennis was out there, and in coverage was Wade Durrance, went right through his back.
I think it
looked like Wade Durrance just he panicked just a little bit, tried to break on that route a little too early, and lost where Kennis was.
Absolutely. I really don't think that he had anything to worry about, because the ball was thrown so far wide, I don't think he had a chance to catch it. But I guess if you knock the offensive player down, he definitely doesn't have a chance to catch it.
Yeah, there you go.
That is true. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty and give Westfield the football. 1st and 10. That's a Planters First Bank. 1st and 10.
Oh, Allison just kicked me, so I'm figuring she wants us to mention that she's also back here.
Ah, that's
Allison
true.
Brown
Yes.
helping us out. She's going to be doing featured a lot on the basketball, hopefully coming up soon.
And they're going to give it off to the fullback this time, and that is Fitzpatrick. Nothing doing, maybe got a yard.
Looked like they were trying to go with the triple option there, or they at least ran the fake out of it, but it looked like Fitzpatrick got stacked up pretty good.
Yeah, Coach Bruce Lane's definitely mixing it up a lot these past few games, just giving different looks, mostly doing a lot of lead plays, running the football, but then changing it up, going triple option, going wing T, doing shotgun stuff. So you're going to see multiple looks here for Westfield.
So again, same formation, and they'll fake it to Fitzpatrick, and they get the pitch out to
alley.
Smallwood. He's got the corner. Hunter Smallwood with a first down inside the red zone. That's a Planters First Bank.
And I got to give a shout out to Hunter Spence. He had a tough block on Wade Durrance, who's a much bigger body out there on that outside, and he did a good job of walling him off long enough for Hunter Smallwood to get the corner.
Yeah, you just got to get enough of him to get in their way. And Hunter Smallwood has shown a second burst that we haven't seen most of the year, the last few weeks. So right there, he gets to the outside, gets to the alley, and picks up a big first down after a very subdued gain on first down.
Now Smallwood again, left side, runs into his own blocker, gets inside the 15 as he'll get to the 14-yard line. That's a pickup of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
The one thing I'm noticing so far in this game, and I don't know if it's something that Coach Lane saw on film, is that I think Westfield thinks that they can bully up Pinewood a little bit up front on defense. And I know looking back at last year's game, Westfield was able to do that. And, you do have big bodies. Westfield maybe not as fleet of foot as Pinewood, but when you run right at them, you kind of negate that speed.
So they'll come set again, I formation, 2 wide receivers here to the near side. They're going to come on the blitz and they'll give it off to Michael Fitzpatrick. He gets close to the 10. They'll give him the 11. So short pickup, about 3 yards.
I mean, here's the thing. At this point, you're probably in 4-down territory, so you can do 3 yards a pop and end up, picking up a first down, keep the chains moving. And right now, you're also able to wear on that defense.
Well, with Michael's leg, though, I think they're also in field goal range. I mean, obviously, that would only be about a 28-yarder if they don't gain another yard.
Yeah, but if you get down to about 4th down and 1 with Michael,
right.
To me,
if they don't gain anything
that's
here,
go time.
Gain anything here, then I think it's a field goal. If they gain, he's wide open, and there he is. First down, hops over a tackler inside the 5, down to the 3.
That's that play that, who is it? Gruden loves to run that.
The play action.
What do they call that? Yeah, they call it something to the fullback where they basically fake everything to one side and then roll out in the flat down in the red zone to him because it's almost impossible to stop.
Absolutely.
7 yards.
All you're relying on is one outside linebacker to make a mistake, and if he makes that mistake, you've got a wide-open receiver in the flat.
Yeah, all he's got to do, like you said, is hesitate just a little bit.
Now they'll come set in a little wing T. They'll give it off to Smallwood. He's chopped down. The tackle made there by Lake Dasher.
Yeah, this is where I think the speed element for Westfield may hurt them in the fact that you don't really have somebody you can toss the ball to and try to outrun someone to the corner and get to the pylon before the defense. So right here you've got to be smart. Everybody's going to be in the box. You've got to take care of the football and just keep pounding it, and hopefully you get a crease.
This is a good opening drive for Westfield. They've already eaten up 4 minutes of the first quarter. They're 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And really it started with the great field position.
Now they'll pitch Michael
Touchdown.
Fitzpatrick. He's in the end zone. And
What
it's
a drive.
Woodland subdivision touchdown for the Westfield Hornets.
And that is how you come out.
Brett said it perfectly. What a drive. That was a great job of just running the football and throwing when necessary by Westfield. That was just a beautiful put-together drive, well executed.
So that was a 4-minute, 21-second drive for Westfield, capped off with a 3-yard touchdown run from Michael Fitzpatrick, who will come on to attempt the extra point. Hold is down, kick up, and it is good. So with 7:39 to go in this first quarter, it's Westfield 7 and Pinewood nothing. You're watching Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. And welcome back. Westfield with, as we talked about during the break, probably the best drive they've had all season long, capped off with a 3-yard touchdown run from Michael Fitzpatrick. And now Michael's ready to kick it away with the Swanson Restaurant kickoff. Michael's ready. Going to put the strong right leg into it, and he's going to boom it into the end zone for a touchback.
Mikey loves doing that, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So here's where the defense has to consolidate that great drive and come out and shut things down. And if I remember correctly, Pinewood likes to spread it out.
So that play, or that drive, there was 9 plays, and they went a total of, 54 yards.
Yep. Started right on the minus 45.
So Wasson will line up here. Got 3 wide receivers, and he'll hand it off up the middle. Big hole, and brought down across the 30-yard line was David Friedberg, who fired out of there like he was shot out of a cannon.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It looked like we blitzed the linebackers, and it was just 2 safeties kind of in the back that were waiting on him. But you're right, he shot through that hole like
nowhere to go there, though.
Wow.
That time, Mikey Fitzpatrick got a hold of him.
Yeah, if you run into those big arms, it's going to be hard to get out of. And these guys like to move quick, and that's going to be a loss.
Well, we talked about this in the pregame or before the broadcast started. If you don't substitute, you can go as fast as you want. And probably not a lot of substitutions here with both of the roster limitations for these schools, so you're going to see the same guys unless you have an injury.
So same formation, and they'll fake it, a little quick pass, complete. Great job of coverage, though. Making the tackle was Hunter Hancock. The gain will be out to the 37. That's a gain of 5 yards. The reception made by number 2, Wade Durrance.
And already this Westfield defense just has kind of a different feel to it. I feel like they're out there, they're flying around more, they're hitting ball carriers harder. That he closed so quickly on that, and that's how you play that quick out. Is if it happens in front of you, you close on the ball carrier as quickly as possible.
Well, the question is, I know Pinewood's got some twitchy guys, but do they have guys that can run past you?
Now they're going to hand it off, and he's going to be right at the sticks.
Yeah, I think he got it.
And it came out after he was down, but it is enough for a first down, and the handoff was to David Friedberg.
That's one of those stretch plays out of the shotgun where it's very hard for a linebacker to get across the field quick enough to make a tackle on a speedy back.
Especially when you know that Wasson has rushed for 866, excuse me.
Yeah, that zone read look, the quarterback's really holding the inside backers there.
So now they'll come set with 3 wide receivers again, and they're going to throw it quickly. What a catch. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That was a Wade Durrance going to the turf to make a 9-yard catch there. I thought that was easily in the grass. But a good job of maintaining his concentration and picking up 9. They're already in Westfield territory at the 48.
And it is still second down. I thought he got the first down on that catch, but he did not.
Yeah, these guys kind of remind you of Oregon about 10 years ago with this pace of play and the style of play.
When
they need somebody out here. Yep, there we go.
Wait a minute. Woo, they should have got a penalty there.
Too many guys in the backfield. No, they hand it off.
They had.
Cut back and still on his feet and finally chopped down was number 15, Parker Deal, as he gets inside the Westfield 40 to the 38.
They broke the huddle with too many guys, and one of the guys who went out wide, he just stepped off the field right before the play started. The officials missed that.
Yeah, missed call there and a 10-yard gain. So it's first down and 10 at the 38. Wasson looking to throw, got a man wide open over the middle. Kennis missed his man, and run at that's going to come back. A little blindside block. He's in the end zone, but it's coming back.
Yeah, they're going to have a it looks, I don't know if they're going to call holding or block
it's a blindside on number 75, Jonah Rogers.
Was it? I thought it was on Wade Durrance.
Well, Rogers out there with his hands on his hips. I think you might be right, though, Brant. I think it was number 2.
Durrance, we've already called his name a couple of times for great plays and a couple of mental errors.
You're not allowed to block. Well, they're going to call it blocking the back. I think it's a blindside block. You can't block in the opposite direction that a defender's running.
Who made that catch? That was 15, right?
Tell you what, that was a coverage bust right there.
It was Parker Deal.
Yeah, he was wide open across the middle. It almost made me think, did they release somebody downfield that they thought was covered up and they didn't cover him?
I just think Westfield was playing his zone and they lost a man.
Yeah, that
he found a soft spot in the zone and sat down in the middle of it.
Well, the big thing for Westfield, even if if Pinewood scores, at least you're making them drive the field, and that to me
is true.
Oh, we got a penalty on the sideline.
Well, it's just a warning.
Yeah, you're going to have a sideline warning on Pinewood.
Probably the most useless penalty in football, that and
well,
offsetting.
if it happens again.
Well, then don't make it a penalty. Just say, we've warned the sidelines if they do it again, because that's basically what it is. You get everybody's hopes up when you throw the flag.
Okay.
So it's first down and 10 at the 25. Watson gives it off and a cut back. Man, they got some guys who got some of that fast twitch type movement. You could tell. A lot of little guys. That is Parker Deal. Cuts it up the middle, gets inside the 25 to the 23. It's a pickup of 2 yards. This has been a quick-moving first quarter. Both teams putting together long opening drives by their offenses.
That's and a lot of it on the ground.
It's a surefire way to jinx that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Westfield fans trying to make some noise for their defense.
Here on senior night at the Nest. They put a man in motion. They're going to have flag come out, false start.
Going to have a false start, and I think it's going to be on Wade Durrance again.
Not a good start for him, so the penalty is dead ball. False start.
That's the direction that the flag was thrown in. I'm not sure if it's on him or not.
It was definitely on the near side net. He pointed right to him.
Yep.
So, I think he let him know. He asked the question, was that on me? And the ref said, yes, it was.
And the clock's still moving.
It's whatever. And, we were talking about this earlier, looking at some of the numbers. Pinewood has a meat wagon for their linemen. They've got some guys that are over 230, a couple of 240-pounders, which is big, especially in the GISA.
Wasson going deep down the middle, and it is a touchdown.
My goodness, what a grab.
And he's down a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those you knock the breath. Mm-hmm. Right there, Hancock looked like he was going to make a play on the ball. Then at the last second said, I'm not going to go after the receiver. Probably should have just gone for the ball.
Well, if you're going to go after the receiver, you need to tackle him while he's going up for the ball.
Right, take a penalty.
And don't let him catch it. That was just,
not well played.
He did not close quickly enough, I don't think.
So that's a touchdown with 3:26 to go in this first quarter. 28-yard passing strike from Mick Wasson to Wade Durrance. Extra point forthcoming, or are they going to line up with a little 2-point conversion? Wasson hands it off, and a flag comes down, and they're going to bring him down in the backfield. That was David Friedberg. Yep, decline, and that will be no good. I forgot these guys go for 2 every time. I remember that from last year.
And we saw their kicker. He may not have the strongest of legs, so they may just go for 2 every time because they have to.
So the penalty will be a legal procedure.
Procedure or false start or something like that.
They got to make him run it again?
No.
Okay, what's he doing here?
It's decline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it took a while.
The white cap was looking for confirmation. I don't think he'd received it yet from the Westfield coaching staff.
So they go for 2, no good. Westfield retains the lead, 7-6. 3:26 to go. We'll stay here as we'll quickly get back to action. The Westfield Hornets, if you're them, you've obviously not the defensive stand you would have liked, but either way, you still lead the ball game 7-6. And if you could put together another drive like you did on your opening attempt, you'd feel pretty good about that.
Well, I think the fact that you made them drive the football, you didn't give up a big play. Obviously, they're looking for explosive plays, and you got your defense some exposure to the speed at which they're going to run. So you would think, hopefully, as you move along, if your offense can continue to play well, you should start to get used to it.
So Peyton Williams on to kick it away on the Swanson Restaurant kickoff. A little toe kick near side, picked up by Johnson at the 26. Johnson, it's almost a carbon copy of the last one. Oh, my goodness. out of the 40. I mean, hey,
that may be a penalty.
Yeah, he kind of held on.
He had him wrapped up as they were going out of bounds. It just took a minute to finish the penalty. This isn't going to be pro Westfield, but I am glad the officials kept the flags in their pocket for that one.
Well, I think the contact initially was fine, but then when you continue the tackle 5 yards out of bounds, that's the problem that I got with it.
Yeah, and kind of hold on to him and roll.
It's a dangerous play.
You don't kind of roll with him, you know. Like you can make the contact, you're right, but just ease off.
Well, as long as you make the contact in the field of play, which I think he did, but yeah. That's
Man, look
my
at that
only
throw
thing.
that's quite an arm by the official there, wasn't it?
I didn't see it.
The cannon. So it's 1st and 10 for Westfield at their own 40. They lead the ball game 7-6 here in this first quarter. And the first quarter, of course, brought to you by Flint Energies. High formation.
Yep.
False start on the offense there, on the right side of the line.
No, it was the wide receiver at the top, Hunter Hancock.
A little too long. Snap count, I guess. So now it'll be first down at 15 to 35. That's something Westfield didn't have on that opening drive, was any penalties, I don't believe.
Yeah, it's been a pretty clean game so far. No major penalties, no controversial calls to this point.
We're 3/4 of the way through this first quarter. And Smallwood maybe gets a yard. He was hit pretty quickly there. Lake Dasher, one of the first in on the scene. And it'll be 2nd and 14 now for Westfield.
And this is the type of penalty on this drive that for Westfield's offense you can't have. You get behind the down and distance and you're really put in a position where, you're not able to go to the plays that you would like to. And now it's going to take something like a pass interference or a big pass play to pick up a first down.
That's something Westfield hasn't had a lot of this year.
A little option. And Beckham. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
If he cuts that up instead of
coming to the sideline.
God.
Yeah, tackle made by number 15, Parker Deal. But he picks up a gain of, 5 yards? Out to the 41.
I mean,
They were fooled.
If he just cuts it up behind that defender, he's probably not going to go for a touchdown, but he's going to pick up the first down. Either that or draw the defender to you and pitch off of him, and then Hunter Smallwood would have had a huge gain.
So now 3rd down and 9 at the 41. Hornets fake the handoff, looking to pass. He got Fitzpatrick open, and Mikey cannot make the one-handed catch. Incomplete, a little bit too far out in front of him, and it'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the punt team.
Yeah, and the bad thing about that, you'd like to get to the second quarter with the lead, and the clock stops.
Yeah, that's not the...
I mean, you may not think that that's a big deal, but with an offense like this, you want to limit as many possessions in quarters as you can, in my opinion. It's a mindset thing.
And a little quick play, and it's a first down.
Wow.
Spence on the fake punt, gets down to the 37. They had them off balance there. They were not even set, the defense, and a big fake punt.
They faked me out.
What a great roll of the dice.
Wow, that was fantastic.
And a good job of Hunter Spence cutting inside that tackle right there, because he did. If they would have made the tackle right where he got initially hit, he would have not picked it up, but he was able to keep his legs, and he churned through the tackle and was able to pick up the first down and then some.
So that's a Planters First Bank 1st and 10 on the fake punt. Michael Fitzpatrick gets the pitch, and he's coming left side. Michael's got some green grass and a stiff arm.
Wow.
Out of bounds inside the 25 or right at it.
I keep seeing something shiny over there flashing, and I think it's a flag, and it's just gold metallic stuff.
That's a 12-yard gain on first down. It's another Planters First Bank 1st and 10 for the Westfield Hornets. Looking good.
They're getting them in a phone booth right now, and they're just
– And Hunter Smallwood's cleat came untied, and so the offense is having to wait on him to get back in the huddle.
I mean, right there, that's what they did. They got him in a phone booth, and they just kicked everybody out.
Yep.
That's when we saw it start to work.
That's what the wing tee is able to do.
He tries to cut back, kind of missed his lane that time, I think.
Yeah, I think he anticipated some over pursuit there and trying to set the edge, and he cut it back a little too quickly.
Picks up 2.
If I'm coach, I don't even run another play. The play clock just started, so the play
2
clock's
seconds.
null and void.
Yeah, you don't have to run another
To
play if
me,
you don't
I
want
just
to.
roll it.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to do. They
Yeah.
got Beckham, and he's going to go talk to Coach Fitz. They're going to let this thing run down.
Yep.
And in the first quarter, and they'll have a first quarter lead. I think they understand the animal they're against tonight and how quickly they can strike on offense. So you take as many offensive possessions away from them as possible and do that here as the clock will tick on down to 0 as we will wrap up this Flint Energy's first quarter with the Westfield Hornets leading 7-6 here from beautiful Perry, Georgia. We'll be back in just a few moments here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the field, a successful outcome is the
Football
ultimate.
Friday broadcast brought to you by Brandon Ford of Perry. Go check out Brandon Ford of Perry just across the street from Westfield. And, of course, Brandon, Jared, Brandon, all the folks over there who have been very supportive to us and to the Westfield School as the Hornets lead 7-6. Here as we get set to start the second quarter, brought to you by Spiller's Orthodontics. And they'll pitch it out to Smallwood. Smallwood cutting inside the 20 down to about the 19-yard line, as that is a gain of about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4.5.
And I think you're in field goal range, so if you want to be, so if you don't get the first down here, you'll still be able to extend your lead, hopefully, if you're Westfield.
3rd and 4.
Yeah, 3rd down and 4. You're right, Brent. I think with Michael's leg, he's got plenty of distance.
You know, we talked about that last time they were in the red zone, and they were able to. Didn't really matter. We'll see if that plays out here.
And now Michael, stiff arms again, and gets the first down.
Wow, that's all heart right there.
He just made a couple of defenders bounce off of him, picked up the first down. He doesn't want to kick field goals. He wants to score touchdowns.
Yeah, he's like, man, I don't want to line up for this thing. I got to keep stiff arming people.
He's like,
What a
stiff arm.
run.
He did
stiff
break
arm.
about 4 tackles on that play.
Well, like
He's-
Earl Campbell out there running the football.
Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a little lofty praise
Hey,
there.
come on now. He's stiff arming folks left and
Who
right.
was the guy that he said last year looked like he looked like Ozzie Albies or Dansby Swanson in baseball?
Who, me?
Yeah, I forget who it was.
Hunter Spence?
Nah, maybe. I don't know.
There's the pitch, and he's going to drive his legs inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line.
I'm telling you, right now.
There's something to be said for having a 240-pound tailback in there.
Westfield is putting the lumber.
Well, they're just playing angry.
That's what I'm saying. They're just bringing it.
There's a, I'm going to use a term that I think is very greatly overused in the sport of football. They're bringing a different level of physicality tonight.
The juice.
Physicality.
Physicality. Westfield's playing with heart right now.
Yeah, I like it.
They're out there clanging and banging.
The probably a very timely fake, and it ends up keeping the drive going.
And now Smallwood trying to get to the edge. He's going to cut back. He's going to be just
He's going to have a first down, isn't he?
I think so.
Inside the 2.
Yep, absolutely that he is.
So
you
that'll
know
be-
what? We saw Michael Fitzpatrick lining up in the shotgun a couple of times in kind of a wildcat formation.
You almost did it. You
did I say?
almost did it.
What did I
Almost
say?
got him
You said Michael, but you almost went Rob.
Oh, did I? I did not even notice.
Well, that was a
Dave?
good run, and it's 1st and goal. A Planters first bank, 1st and goal. And now they got Walton in at fullback and 2 wingbacks. Going to stick with what's been working. It's just mashing folks the pitch and get out of his way because he's in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Wow.
Man. I think everybody in the stadium and on the field knew what play was coming. They just didn't know how to stop it.
They cannot stop the Westfield power run game right now, and the Hornets
I
scored
think
a Woodland subdivision touchdown.
You can't.
we were talking earlier about how
it.
Westfield really needed to find some type of offensive identity. They had struggled to do that so far this year. I think they might have found it. Just that power running game with Mikey and Smallwood getting the edges.
They really started to find it around that Trinity Christian game over in Dublin.
Watch out.
That was a
And
bad
it is
snap.
blocked. It cannot return. Yeah, that was just wasn't fast enough, so that it is a blocked field goal or extra point, and the score will be 13-6. Westfield leads with 9:41 to go in the second quarter. You're watching Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Tate was going regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
Restaurant kickoff, and here's Michael Fitzpatrick, who's going to boom it down to the 3. And here comes a return from Friedberg. Friedberg's got a corner, and Michael's going to have to be the one to stop him. And he makes a miss. Now they're going to come from behind and bring him down at the 20-yard line. And a flag comes in late. And
I think I saw a block in the back on Pinewood.
Totally unnecessary.
Which would be huge.
That's a dumb penalty.
If that's what
return.
it is.
They're still going to have excellent field position.
No doubt, but you're going to be back at about the 35-40 versus down at the 25. Just a good job of special teams by the Pinewood Patriots, and they got some speed. They got speed for days.
Absolutely they do. He turned that corner, and there was no one there, and he just rode the sideline all the way home almost.
Michael's size note, that's an 80-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, so we're going to have a block in the back against Pinewood. I assume Westfield will accept, and they'll walk it off from the 25 to the 40, I believe.
That was just a dumb penalty there from Pinewood, not even in the play.
Unnecessary.
Yeah,
they're going to mark it down at the 35 instead of the 25. So
yeah, they may need Mikey to kick the ball out of the back of the end zone.
Well, I think he was trying.
Or kick it out of bounds.
These Westfield fans are passionate. We got a timeout, I think.
Well, I think they're trying to work on the spot. I'm not sure what happened. They put it back at the 35. And now they'll give it up the middle. And getting down inside the 30 is number 15, Parker Deal.
Hey, Mick Watson's a pretty tall kid, 6'2". He looks especially tall next to his running back.
Only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a pretty good sized 10th grader.
So it'll be second down and 5.
This is where you're going to see, to me, this is a shot play. You got second down and manageable. You got an opportunity here in the position of field you are. If you don't hit on the pass play, you still got 2 downs to pick up a first down. The back went in motion.
And now Watson being trailed from behind. He's going to go down.
What a great job
with
of
the
pursuit
sack
by Braden McDaniel.
Yeah, he brings him down all the way back at the 32-yard line. That's a hard thing to do, is bring him down.
Yeah, lots of speed by McDaniel.
Coming off that blind side, he rolled out to avoid the pressure, but good job staying with it, like you said.
Not that this is going to carry the day by any stretch, because it's still a lot of football to be played, but how much different of a football team does Westfield look like compared to the one that went down to Bullock Academy a few weeks back?
Yeah, they really have stepped it up here for sure. And now Watson trying to find somewhere, dancing around, and Walton's going to bring him down.
What a great job of playing the edge.
Well, that obviously from that play call gives you a pretty good idea that it's going to be 4-down territory for them.
Yeah, I think they were hoping to pick up 3 or 4. Instead, they maybe get a 1.5. Not quite back to the 30-yard line, so we'll call it, 4th down and 5.5?
Yeah. Well, right at 5.
Sorry about the battery pack thing, folks. I think we're going to need a new cord for the camera up there.
So 4th and 5.
4th and 5. Biggest play of the game so far.
And Wasson looking to pass. Steps up, going deep. And it is going to be incomplete.
Wow.
4th down. Turnover on down.
I'll tell you what, lucky right there you don't get, even though face guarding's not a call, good job of going straight up by who was that in defense?
Robert Kennis.
Was it?
And I don't think Kennis knew where the ball was. He just got lucky in the timing of his jump, and now Westfield's got a chance to go up by 2 possessions. You got to take advantage of this opportunity. Your defense has just bought you after your kickoff coverage team let you down a little bit. You got a chance to really take control of the game here.
So it'll be 1st down for Westfield at their own 30 after the turnover on downs. They'll give it off to Smallwood. He had a hole to the right side, decided to stay to the left, and
They still haven't brought him down.
Still hadn't gone to the ground.
Well, I'll tell you, they almost ripped it out of his hands that time. Number 17, Hunter Smith, the senior linebacker, got a hand in there and almost ripped it right out of him.
Yeah, he picks up almost, 2 yards right there?
Yeah, it'll be 2nd down and 8. And I've thrown the stat program away. Anytime there's a kickoff return with some weird penalty, it always messes me up, and I say, forget it.
I'm done.
It makes me mad.
I saw you throw down that iPad. I said, well, what happened there?
Little pitch, and Michael's going to try to carrying somebody like a backpack as he gets out to the 34. They're cheering because they knocked the big man down, but it took about 4 of them to do it.
Well, I tell you what,
sometimes it's what it takes.
He knocked the linebacker down and gave him all he wanted out there, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. But Westfield playing inside that phone.
That's offensive.
Phone booth. What's that?
We're watching he's got the Hawks and the Kings pulled up. I've got Auburn and Davidson pulled up, and someone just got called for offensive goaltending in the Hawks-Kings game.
Third down and 6 here.
How about a screen pass?
Well, they're going to fake the pitch, and he got pressure in his face, turning, nowhere to go, throws it, picked off. Oh, no, incomplete.
It'll be, the ball should have been incomplete. There's a penalty somewhere.
What?
He definitely was flinging that ball forward. I thought his arm was coming forward. I don't know if the ball went backwards when he stripped
it went forward. And the guy had an interception, but he dropped it.
But we have a penalty.
That
was not a fumble.
We have 2 penalties, actually. One on the goal line and one around
that was not
25.
Not a fumble. Holding defense.
Yeah, so that would erase the pass interference, I guess. Then you got a block in the back on them anyway, but the holding.
No, he messed that up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he knows what's going on right now.
I don't know what's happening here.
What in the world just happened?
I don't think anybody knows.
There's no way
on.
that was a fumble. At first, it looked like it was an interception because it landed right in his hands, but he dropped it.
So it was holding against Westfield.
How is it blocking the back against? That is awful. That was not an incomplete pass.
That's the dumbest penalty I've ever seen.
That was not an incomplete pass.
Or no, that was an incomplete pass.
So we're going to have timeout by Westfield.
That was not a fumble. There's no way.
Willie, you missed that one, my friend.
Yep.
13-12, and come on go for 2. But first, Coach Lane is going to have to talk to Willie White as he burns a timeout. That's a terrible call there. I don't understand that. If he had it, it was a clear interception if he held on to it, but he dropped it. The big man dropped it. And then they all thought the same thing because they all stood there.
I clearly saw the ball come out. It looked like it hit him when it came out.
I definitely thought his arm was going forward when that ball came
none
loose.
of the officials seemed like they knew what was going on.
Well, not even the offensive or the Pinewood players. They were all standing there looking at it because they thought it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah,
Still
that's-
trying to figure
that's
out how you
more
get
than unfortunate
on
for
that. How
Westfield.
you get a block in the back call though? I can understand the holding, but where did the block in the back come from?
Right.
I think they totally screwed up the administration of those penalties.
Well, guess it is what it is. Now they've been gifted a touchdown, and they'll get a chance to take the lead here on the 2-point conversion.
Yep.
That's bad.
That's typical.
After all that, Patriots come within one, will go for 2 in the lead.
So Wasson in shotgun.
And the thing, Westfield can't afford to have points given.
Sets, slant, incomplete.
Incomplete, so the Westfield will retain the lead.
Are we sure it's an incomplete pass? It's not a fumble?
So they get a gift, and they've cut the lead to 1. 5:42 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep
Somewhat
sports
controversial, I think, is a good description.
I mean, what would be the yardage? I mean, was that an 18-yard fumble recovery? Was it a 4? That's where he picked it up. Was it the 4 finally? Wow. Very weird. But Westfield still leads 13-12. 5:42 left in this second quarter, brought to you by Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin. On to kick it away is Peyton Williams. Peyton with a left footer toe kick near side. Takes a bounce. Picked up by Smallwood at the 20. Smallwood across the 30. Smallwood got the corner. He's across 45, 50, and he'll be brought down.
Face mask.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it was.
Ooh, I don't know.
No, he had him on the chest and then on the back.
Okay.
Yep. That was Luke Dasher finally making the tackle.
Looked really high.
It was, but he had him on the back of the scruff of the neck and the chest.
I thought he had him by the far shoulder, which can look like a face mask when you're looking at it from our angle.
Looked like one of those Florida Gator plays.
Dude. Yeah. So that is first down and 10 for Westfield here at the 45. They lead by 1.
Tell you, Westfield has gotten some really good field position today.
Yeah, the special teams is really
Westfield's
good.
dominated this game, to be honest with you. I mean, other than
I wouldn't say dominated, but they've definitely
dominated the line of
controlled.
scrimmage.
They've controlled the stats for sure.
Now they'll pitch it. Smallwood trying to get here to the end. Michael's got the block. Smallwood's got the corner. Smallwood still on his feet, still in bounds inside the 20. Knocked out of bounds at the 19-yard line. That's a Planter's first bank. First
and
and
a
10.
personal foul on the end of it.
Yeah. Flag came in at the end of the play. And as a result, the ref lost his spot. He was lined up at the 19. You saw that and jumped back to the 20?
Had you seen that meme that was floating around about the Alabama guy when he was on the sidelines where he marked his foot and then he's like, oh, where's the first down? And he moves it to the
Yeah,
first
I
down.
have.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened right there. It was
Yeah.
clearly at the 19, and then he goes like this.
I don't think
He
there's any
dropped his flag.
controversy as to whether or not this is a first down, but
Oh, no. I agree.
definitely, if anybody believes that the refs don't favor Alabama,
Well, there's
You
No,
haven't been
all
watching
the
college
Florida
football.
fans say that they favor UGA now.
well, they favor UGA, they favor Bama.
Oh, Brett. Oh, that was a targeting call.
To
Oh,
me, Auburn got some calls against them last week. Against them.
Okay.
So it's first
I didn't
and
notice
goal.
anything super egregious. I keep going back to that LSU game. There are 5-minute highlight reels of missed holding calls in that game.
Well,
That's the most furious I've ever been with an officiating crew.
I finally
First and
conceded the
goal
holding.
at the 10, I formation, and this time they'll go out to Fitzpatrick
Trying
and,
that quick hitter.
and look at him. He just driving his legs, bent over at the waist, and he maybe gets a yard down to the 9. It's
Yeah, here-
unfortunate for Westfield to start this first and goal at the 10.
Yeah, they're first and goal from the 10-yard line. So,
You can only get a
most
first
of your
down if you're
playbook
the
is open right here. You don't have to just dive up the middle every time.
The thing that I've understood about holding in college, they're going to allow it to go on to protect the quarterback unless it's really egregious, and then they'll throw a flag.
Not even then. I'm
starting
serious.
a petition that Brett Taylor should either hire a friend to watch football with him on Saturdays so he doesn't get on Facebook all the time.
Hey,
there's
I've
a
been
handoff,
good so
spin
far.
move, and backing his way. Tried the same play again. That didn't work. I guess they maybe try to overthink that one. Like, hey, maybe we got him once on it. Let's see if we can do it again. But now it's 3rd down and goal. Still at the 9.
I have been good this year about Facebook.
You
posts.
have not been good this year about
I've
Facebook
been pretty
posts.
good.
I disagree.
I'm going to hire you a friend who doesn't speak.
Hey,
and
during the
just sits
Georgia
with
Southern
you,
game, I didn't bother you at all.
who just sits beside you and just listens to you ramble about nothing. And every referee call that
he rambles about something.
His team
but-
has never got a penalty up for him ever.
What?
It's always the other team.
Hey, listen.
That's not true.
I don't disagree.
You just don't remember when my team does.
So shotgun formation, Fitzpatrick to the right side, looking to pass, going to throw incomplete. Now they're going to have to kick a field goal.
Terrible. That was an awful throw.
Well, that time they tried that play that worked earlier when he was wide open, and good job by Pinewood's defense smelling that out.
What you got to do is roll that quarter roll, half roll right there, sneak Robert Kinnis out to the other side of the field and throw it back.
Well, that drive was
Arkansas
lost
play?
there on 1st and 2nd down. Those two quick hitters.
Arkansas was the name of that play in Bob Daughtry's playbook.
So now, field goal attempt on the way. 25 yards. No
I
good.
think
That's
he
wide left.
Yeah, I think he pulled it left.
Dang.
Did he? Yeah, he pulled that. That was to his left.
So Michael pulls that one. And
But here's the thing. You start in very bad field position.
The
if you're
ball
Pinewood.
goes out at the 20. It's not college.
Well, still, that's much better than the last drive you started on.
Yeah, that's one rule that I do not like about high school. I think when you kick a field goal, the ball should be, if you miss it, the ball should go. It should be like turning it over on downs.
So they'll start the drive here, 1st and 10 at the 20. This is their first offensive play in just a little while. Westfield gave up the score to their defense. Now they'll toss it wide. Friedberg. Look at that. Flipped over by Kinnis.
Friedberg, when he does not take long to get moving full speed.
There's a flag, I believe,
He's got
as well.
long strides. Yep.
At the 25. That's probably going to be in the area of a holding, you would think.
Looks like it. It's a little far downfield, though.
Well, Kinnis,
It might have been.
I think it was a wide receiver getting blocked.
a wide receiver on the outside. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
So holding will push it back to the 15. It'll be redo down, 1st down and 15, I believe. Yep, 1st and 15.
Westfield will take that.
And we got another side.
Yeah, I think that's going to be on Pinewood. Somebody in the stands over there.
Is either in the stands or someone on the.
Where's my boy? Where's
on the
Chip?
sideline?
Yep, nope, it's somebody in the stands because.
No. I think it's this guy with the gray sweatshirt walking back up to the stands over there by the light pole.
That's what we're talking about.
Good job, Peyton Josie getting close up on him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's going to be told to go back
Yep,
up
there goes
to the bleachers.
There goes Coach Champion right on the 15-yard line walking over.
Hey, Peyton, zoom back in on the white hat so we can see what the call is going to be. Yeah, looks like the Pinewood coach may be lobbying for that not to go against his squad.
Well, I mean, that's
it's hard
one of
to
those,
control your stands.
Yeah, that is true. That is not a coach's job to control his fans.
But
he can force them to get away from the field.
Yep.
I'm sure that's going to be something they talk about at the next Booster Club meeting. If you're going to cheer, make sure you cheer or jeer from the stands, not from the track.
He's going to put the flag back in his pocket, I think.
No, they're going to mark it off.
Oh.
So the past few home games, we've had some interesting things happen here.
So they're not going to administer the flag?
I guess not. I guess the lobbying worked.
Wow.
Yeah,
Keith,
all right.
Keith Wasson lobbying for that not to go against his team, and, I don't disagree. That
That's
shouldn't be on the
amazing.
team.
And now they're going to pass too high. Wow.
Yeah, that one was about 6 yards over his head.
Wasson's got an arm. I bet you he plays baseball. But unfortunately for them, way too high. So 2nd down and 15. They did not count that penalty. They just had the fans who, to their credit, did not raise a stink, just went right back to where they were told to go to. And
To me, that, though, you've already had a sideline warning. I know it's not, but it's right there on the sideline. You've already got the warning. Probably should have been a penalty administered. I know you can't control everybody, but I don't know. It's just my thought.
4 wide receivers. Wasson looking to pass. He loves to go deep. He's got the cannon to do it, and he's going to throw it out there, and it is incomplete.
That was
Man.
That was just a pile of 6 players, half
far
and
did he
half,
throw
and there
that?
was
He did
that
that
was
from the 10 to the 35?
10. Yep, that's a heck of a pass for sure.
55 yards in the air. Holy cow, he's got a cannon. For a high school kid, sophomore, and somebody who's not, doesn't look like a muscular young man, but obviously
He's tall, he's wiry, and he knows how to use that whip-like motion.
exactly like a skinny guy hitting golf balls. Use
Yeah.
that like Jimmy Beelan on the golf course.
Or
He didn't even hear me.
The Beelinator.
So this is where Westfield's got to come up big because they've had a problem getting off the field on 3rd down, and it's 3rd and 15. Going to roll Wasson. Got pressure. Going to throw across his body. And incomplete. What a job over there coming across. Chris Kinnis from the safety position.
Read it the
he
whole
was-
way.
Absolutely, he saw that happening the entire time, and the throw would have been too high, but either way, good job of undercutting him and making sure he didn't catch that ball. Great job by Chris.
Lake Dasher was the intended receiver.
And Auburn beats Davidson by 10.
There you go. So
been a
they're
good
going to punt it away.
I was on pins and needles over here.
2nd game of the year in the basketball season in November.
And Brant's all over it, man. He's all over it.
I am all over
He
it.
is a Auburn super fan.
Those November basketball.
Kinder words have never been spoken.
So Hunter Spence back deep to receive. The punt.
It's okay. I watched Duke the other day, too. So
Who is this? Lake Dasher. And, wow, kicks it away from him. That's a good kick. It's going to take a Pinewood roll as Spence gets it at the 40. Spence.
good job by
Yep,
Spence
did a
there.
pretty
Yeah.
good job.
Getting what he could, covering up the ball, not letting it get stripped. Going to have it right at midfield.
Yeah, they're going to mark
Tell you what,
it.
he's played a very good game today.
He has.
Hunter
Yeah.
Spence.
And
He
you
did
can say that about a lot of Westfield's roster.
Other than one bad play call from the referees, Westfield are really dominated.
Controversial.
They're in control of this game right now for sure,
Yeah, I would say
especially on defense.
that, the unit that probably hasn't performed as well are the Stripes on the field.
Yeah, but Westfield's got 3 minutes, 2 seconds, and 2 timeouts in their back pocket.
I figure Brant wouldn't like that too much.
Listen,
The pitch will come. Oh, my gosh,
yeah,
what a block.
That was
Did
a
you
great,
see that?
great job on the edge by Michael Fitzpatrick.
Oh, my goodness.
Just
Did you
getting
see
out,
the
getting that
cutback?
lead block.
I think Mikey kind of took the brunt of that, though. Look, he's
Yeah,
a little slow.
They just collided. I'm not sure anybody won that matchup. It was advantage Westfield. I'm not sure it was advantage Michael Fitzpatrick.
Well,
me-
go ahead, Brad.
No, I was just going to say, from a game management perspective here, to me, you got to get a first down, maybe 2, then you start taking some shots. You don't want to give the football back.
Right, with any time.
Yep.
There's 2 minutes, 28 seconds to go in this first half. Going with the I formation, and they're coming on the blitz up the middle, and they're going to bring him down for a loss. I don't know how they missed the offsides.
Yeah,
I do think he crossed into the neutral zone, but he jumped back in time.
no,
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter in high school. As soon as you cross into the neutral zone, that's
It
a
should be
dead
a
ball penalty.
The only thing I think they got going for him is look how far off the ball they line up. So maybe he passed his teammates, but he did not maybe go across. And this goes back to what Brett's saying here. Clock is running. Pinewood's got 3 timeouts. They're not burning any of them. Now, if you're Westfield, you take the chance with a running play on 3rd and 10 just to force them to burn a timeout.
You have
And
not
punt it
had a
deep.
whole lot of success through the air in this game, has Westfield. So I would go with something very, very simple if you are planning on passing.
Oh, no. And that's picked off. That is number 2, Wade
Why?
Durrance. They did that.
He read that out route really well. Great play by Durrance.
Well, that's not what you need there.
No,
Yeah, it
Cross
was
your
a
body.
great play, but
We got a fracas on the far sideline, I think. I just saw a flag go up right where the ball was.
You don't throw that.
So it'll be after the play, a flag flew way into the air over there on the Pinewood sideline. I don't know who it's going to be on.
And this will be, and now Westfield's -2 in the turnover department and 1 led on the play directly to a score. So you've held them defensively to 7 points or 6 points on the night.
That was not a smart decision there for Westfield.
I would have run that up the middle and punted the ball.
Let's see what they call here. It was over, like Brant said, over in the area of their unsportsmanlike conduct on Pinewood. So that'll push them back.
So they'll move it way back.
All I know is I love look at there's a lady over there. She is giving some very angry thumbs down. Like aggressive. So that's going to take them back from about the 38.
That will basically erase
the return.
Durance's return.
Yeah, that's about where he picked it, was about right here. So they got a minute 26. They do have all 3 timeouts, and they trail by a point, 13-12 here in the second
first
quarter.
And 10. You would imagine they'll be throwing it deep with only a minute 30 left.
Well, they got 3 timeouts. They got everything in the book. And he went down.
Yep.
He's down right there at the 40 or 39. Yep.
They're going to have to call a timeout.
Yep, they will call a timeout, and with a minute 18 left.
Well, the grass, with it being cooler outside, the grass is a little slick. So as he planted his back foot after faking the handoff to go forward, he slipped and his right knee went to the ground, and that's where they spot him. So that's a loss of 5 yards back to the 42. So Pinewood gets the interception, but they've gone backwards ever since.
Yeah, just self-inflicted wounds, but I tell you what, they have not had as many as Westfield has. You can't have 2 turnovers against a high-octane offense like this, and you're still in the game. I mean, you're still leading the game. You had a chance there on that last drive to really pin them deep and prevent them from getting any traction. Benefit right there from the knee down in the backfield accidentally, but still, Westfield's got to, their defense has got to come up big here and turn them away.
And they got
how much momentum can you create?
That would be
doing that.
Huge for Westfield if they could hold them here with no points, because Pinewood does get the football coming out of half.
Yeah, I mean, and you really, if they get a score here and then they come out and get a score, they really kind of put the ball game away. If you turn them away here, then you've got more of a fighting chance.
So Wasson looking to pass, going to go over the middle, and it's dropped. He had a man.
Durance hit him in the chest, and he just dropped it. It looked like he might have stumbled when he was coming out of his break.
Well,
it's like a deep dig route.
Yeah.
Wasson kind of, he's almost like a right-handed Michael Vick or a Brett Favre with the velocity in which he throws the football. And I can imagine with how cold your hands are out there trying to catch a ball that somebody's zipping at you.
That's 15 yards downfield, though.
Oh, I'm not saying the receiver shouldn't have.
Yeah.
He should have caught it.
I mean, if it
The
was
other
other
thing is he tried to bring it all the way into his body.
Right, not using his hands.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say that it's cool. And
it is cool, but he's got gloves on.
You're right.
Actually, I don't think he does.
Yeah, I don't think he does either. None of them do.
He's got the long sleeves on, though.
Not a single player for Pinewood does that I'm seeing, except for the running back. Wasson's going to step up. He's going to be sacked. Well,
Still
maybe.
on his feet. Dadgummit.
There he goes.
There it is. Finally, he goes down.
And that's a loss of 1. Westfield with a team sack.
That is huge.
If you're Westfield, do you call a timeout and try to get the ball back?
I don't risk it.
Nope.
I don't risk it.
Just go to halftime.
Don't give them a chance to change
fair.
their mind. And
That's
then
fair.
Manage the game.
You
Don't get greedy. If you bust a play somehow, then you bust it.
You're
That's
a big
true,
underdog
and
in this game.
They do have to kick this. They do have to kick this punt.
Gonna be about 14 seconds difference between the play clock and the game clock.
I don't even know if I put anybody back.
No, they're not. Oh, they do. They got Spence back. But
I
he's
don't
kind of
think
back
I
there.
would,
He's gonna
I would
field
tell
this.
them don't field it at all.
Yep. I would just come with the straight out block.
That's really not a bad idea.
And they're playing punt safe here.
Yep.
And he's going to get it away. Yep. Just let it go. Good
Yep.
call.
Good call.
They don't.
Great decision.
Yep.
Did you see Hunter Spence fake the fair catch?
Oh, yeah.
That is exactly.
Yep. Now you just take a knee, go into half with the lead.
Well, they got 2 timeouts.
They're not good. They're not going to burn them with 6.2.
Why? You make them snap the ball, they could
No,
fumble it.
They won't.
Okay. What do I know?
That is true. Not much.
Dadgummit. Beat me to it.
What do I know?
Stay tuned
Not
for
very
the
much.
ABE Group halftime show.
Got 'em.
where,
How much do we want to bet that he calls timeout?
I bet you're incorrect. That's
good.
all I bet. That's all I bet.
No laughing. I'll let you borrow my
Unless we're going to come set in a little
No laughing.
safe formation. Going to take a quick knee. And imagine that. They're not calling a timeout.
They just did.
You're wrong. In your face. So that'll do it on the first half. A very eventful first half, but one that sees the Westfield Hornets leading by a point, 13-12 your score. We'll take a break and come back with our first half analysis and second half predictions here as Westfield leads 13-12. All right, here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
For every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the
Going
field.
regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spillers Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
And welcome back into the Hornet's Nest here on the ABE Group Halftime Show. I'm Brett Taylor. Alongside me, a very cold Allison Brown.
Freezing cold is not the word.
Thanks for joining us here, Allison. And I know you're a recent graduate of the Westfield School. We got basketball season coming up, and we should have you on some of the broadcasts as well. I know y'all doing some. No, I'm sorry. That was shooting range. I forgot.
Yeah.
I was thinking y'all were doing basketball stuff, but I know you are going to help Coach Nelson's girls out at some point during over the holidays and all that good stuff. Since you're in college, you won't be in school too much longer before you're out for a long Christmas break. So, what do you think the Westfield Lady Hornets basketball squad's going to look like this year, minus yourself and maybe a couple other key seniors that they lost from last year's team? They got a good group of girls, that junior class, coming back as well.
I think they're going to look good. I really don't think there's going to be much of a change. I mean, you still have the twins. I mean, they were a big key to our success last year. Sadie, Avery. So I don't think too much is going to change. I mean, obviously I'm going to miss being out there, but other than that, I think they're going to look pretty good this year.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you've got that big junior class, obviously the softball success they've had, but then y'all had good success last year in the region, ended up losing the region championship down against Pinewood. And, y'all had gone down there, I think, a few weeks earlier or a week earlier before the region play started, actually beat Pinewood. Pinewood ended up being a finalist. I think they lost to Holy Spirit Prep. We did that game during the GISA championships. Yeah. So, a lot to build on for Coach Nelson and the group. I know Coach Fowler's still going to be helping out.
Oh, yeah.
With things there as an assistant coach. Are there any youngsters that you knew of from last year that maybe come in and help other than that big junior class and then maybe some of the seniors that they have?
I know Jordan Camp. I mean, she's a senior, and Caroline Hayes. I know they're going to do pretty good this year. I'm trying to think of who else there was. That was Lindsay Easom. She was doing, after her ankle issue. She actually did really good out there when she got out there on the court and everything. I mean, we're going to have May back. She's really strong in the post. So I think they all work well together.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a group of girls that play that have played together in a lot of sports consistently over the years. So there's no doubt that they all know each other so well that, when you get in any sport, if you've got, one of the biggest battles that you have is kind of gelling as a team, and I don't think they'll really have an issue at that. No. They should be pretty strong as a season. I'm excited about basketball, obviously.
Me too.
It'll be sad to see football season start to dwindle down here, as this is the last regular season home game or last regular season game period. And then Westfield will be on the road next week. I think it's either going to be at Heritage up in Noonan or over in Loganville at Loganville Christian.
In Loganville, I think.
Is that what they said?
I think
yeah.
So
that'll be one of those deals where Westfield hopefully can go on the road and get a victory.
But they've come a long way this season.
Absolutely. I mean, I know the times that you've seen them in the past. To me, this first half, they've really played well, and it almost looks like a completely different team.
It does.
So, I don't know. We're running out of things to talk about here. Anything interesting that you want to talk about? You been watching any college basketball? I know that's been going on.
Oh, really?
I know you big into wanting to play some basketball during this
I miss
breaks
it.
coming up. Yeah, well, it's understandable. You have a long time that you play it over the years, and then when you graduate from high school, if you don't play it in college, you're obviously going to miss it.
It feels weird not being out there because, around this time is, when stuff actually, starts to get kicked into gear and everything. And, I just talked to a couple of the players back there, and they're like, it's so weird, not having you out there. I'm like, oh, stop talking about it. I'm going to start crying.
Well, it's an adjustment, obviously, for a new team, not having the same leaders that they had, from previous years when they graduate. But as I said, they've got a good group of girls, I think, that they can lean on, and it'll be fun for you. Hopefully, you'll be able to call some games.
Oh yeah.
This at least in the early part of the season. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the schedule and see how many broadcasts we're going to have before the Christmas break. I know there's normally quite a few at the beginning or at the end of November and the beginning of December, and then we kind of dwindle off as we get closer to the actual Christmas holiday. So, but it'll be awesome to have you help out. We'll have some of the same squad. Brant Daughtry, who's over there scrolling on his phone, will be a part of the team.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll have some. It'll be something that obviously you've got great knowledge into what goes on and what Coach Nelson may be thinking at different times. So I think that's really going to be valuable for us. And then obviously some of the guys that'll be on the basketball team as well.
Yep.
Coming back from last year, I know they lose a player like Garen Dahl, but they've also got some youngsters like
Beck Beckham.
You've also got Walker Young. Hopefully he can get back from his football injury. So you've got some talent there to build off of, and you've also got some other guys that played big. I think Braid McDaniel came on last year and played strong, and then JB Bearden's a pretty good basketball player as well. So it should be fun inside. My favorite thing about basketball season is
fast pace.
Well, the fast pace, but my favorite thing is the fact that Westfield does a different theme.
That is true. I like that.
With the crowd, and they go.
They make it fun.
From Hawaiian to what they come up with stuff every week. I think that's now when Mr. Carroll has to walk over there. That might not be the best thing. But
we feed off that student section's excitement. They make that our game fun. Somebody there to watch and support us and everything, and just having the different themes and stuff. It just makes things 10 times better.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're going to do is we've got about 8 minutes left of halftime. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and give a rundown of some of the things that we saw in the first half, some of the stuff that we expect to happen here in the second half, and also what Westfield needs to do here coming out to be able to stay on top here in this final regular season home football game for the Westfield Hornets. They'll be on the road next week in the playoffs, but this would be a huge feather in their cap if they can get a victory here tonight. They lead 13-12 at halftime over the Pinewood Christian Patriots. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with the rest of the ABE Group halftime show right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Available on how if somebody wants to watch, you got the fancy phone you're looking at.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's Hornet.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some like problems that they'll give you like some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
And several plays like prayer club, and Try Hard White, and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Welcome back into the Hornet's Nest as Westfield leads 13-12.
And yeah, like you said, coming back from halftime. And if you're a new viewer coming over from the Pinewood side, glad to have you. I know Kenny just got done with an interview with their longtime play-by-play guy, Bill. What's his last name?
Yeah, that's pretty much all you need. No, Bill Price.
Bill Price. You're right. And, so if you're a Pinewood fan, thank you for coming over. Glad to have you. And if you have already turned us off, well, glad to have you.
Yeah, you really should turn Bill off.
What?
And just listen to us.
Yeah.
Just
hey, he gave us a chance. He plugged us. And
I know.
if there's some folks who want to watch the game, this is where you can watch it.
Saturday Hour.
It's a good one. Saturday Hour.
Yeah, this is probably the closest game we've seen Westfield play in so far. So a great game ahead. Only 3 minutes left in halftime. Teams are out on the field warming up, as you can see. It is 13-12 Westfield here at the start of this third quarter.
And my man over here, he's ready for the winter.
Yep.
He got the hood on. He got the full jacket.
Hey, he's the smartest person in this room.
Yeah, I mean,
he is the
I don't
smartest
really
person
know
in
if we
this
can
booth
pick on
right
him
now.
at all.
No, there's a reason why he's up here, not out in the field, because he don't like the cold. I understand that. So the Westfield up by 1 to 13-12. So guys, what do you think for Westfield? Obviously the turnovers, that is bugaboo number one.
Yeah, until that, I think that was maybe the most clean half of football they played. Then you had the crazy, what we thought was an incomplete pass that led to the first one and led to points directly for Pinewood. But, to me, Westfield has turned a corner in the resiliency, and they persevered through that first half because that could have turned ugly, and it didn't.
You're right. That's one thing we've talked about really throughout the years, that sometimes Westfield has a tendency that when one bad thing happens, they let it snowball pretty quickly and go the opposite direction. But they turned it over late in the first half there with about a minute and a half left, and that penalty on their sideline really kind of pushed them back. And then the Westfield defense was able to get a sack and a couple negative plays, and they were able to keep them out of the end zone. And they hold on to that 1-point lead, but they're going to come out on defense first, and they got to make a stand because you can't let this high octane offense come out here and establish a rhythm and go down the field and score. So we shall see.
Well, I mean, if you're Coach Bruce Lane, here's my message to I'm going to Mikey and I'm saying, look, you've been doing a good job kicking the football. We really need you right here to put the ball in the end zone. We don't want to give them an opportunity to run the football down the field. Pinewood is very explosive in the special teams and obviously in the pass game. So you want to try to limit those opportunities for a team that has that ability. And I think that's number one. If you can get the field position on your side here defensively, come out here, try to get a stop and get the football back for your offense, and then you start trying to let the ball control take over. Obviously, there's going to be some adjustments made, but I think Westfield needs to figure out a way to throw some different things out and be very inconsistent, if you will, with the play calling as far as keeping them off balance like you had on that first drive. If they can do those things, I think that's the checklist you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I think, special teams is kind of an X factor, I think, in this half because both teams kick coverage and punt coverage. Neither team has really done a good job because Westfield's had a couple good returns. I could think of the Smallwood one, and then Sam Johnson had a couple down the near sideline here, and then, of course, the long one returned by Pinewood. But, if you're Westfield, you're right, Brett, you got to come out here. You got to get a quick stop, get the ball back in your offense's hands, and just have a very similar drive to what you did in the opening drive, and I think you'll be feeling pretty good about where you're standing.
Well, and Westfield's dominated the offensive and defensive lines for the most part in this game, especially the offensive line, and I think you've got to hope that you can continue that movement up front, creating holes. And but I think that Westfield there in the second quarter really got maybe a little bit too predictable offensively, and they got really tight in there. And Pinewood was able to come up with some defensive stops. So maybe we'll see some change-ups there by Coach Bruce Lane. And you hope that it starts off here again with a kickoff into the end zone.
So here comes the Swanson Restaurant kickoff. It'll be Michael Fitzpatrick kicking it away for the Hornets, and he's going to do a squib. So they just don't want to even get it in the hands of the deep back. And good tackle.
Yep.
Ooh,
that looked like that knee might have folded up underneath the. That's Durrance. Figured we would know his name by now.
Braden McDaniel on the tackle.
O'Doyle
rules.
O'Doyle rules.
Oh, they got to go out there and get the T.
What you have just said.
O'Doyle rules.
You don't know that movie?
No, I
was about to say Billy Madison.
I'm doing the Billy Madison bit.
Gotcha. Beckham does a good job of.
It's one of my favorite movie quotes of all time.
Moving his foot out of the way.
Oh, that's right. I'm doing play-by-play, aren't I? So Nick Watson's going to hand off up the middle. I can't tell.
Oh, boy.
And he's going to drag a defender, and he's still loose. Down across the 50. He's across the 40, cutting back, and he's got one man to beat, cutting back across, and he will roll into the end zone. David Friedberg. There are no flags on the field, and that is not a good start for the Westfield defense.
Well, that's pretty much worst case scenario right there if you're Westfield.
Absolutely it is.
I mean, that is exactly what you were hoping would not happen, and it took
roughly
22 seconds.
70-yard run for Friedberg, just a handoff up the middle, and he made a couple of people miss and was off to the races, and that's not what you wanted to see from Westfield.
Yeah, that was not optimal.
Now they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, they are.
Goodness gracious.
Westfield trails for the first time tonight.
Wasson in the shotgun. That is a new running back. That is Parker Deal to his right. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Going to send Durrance in motion. Fake the handoff. Going to take it up the middle himself, and he will waltz into the end zone. It is 20-13 Pinewood.
Maybe Brant doesn't need to do play-by-play.
Nope. Yeah, that's as much as I love doing play-by-play.
Well, that's
a bad start.
They let the simple eye candy of that play completely take all of the defenders in the middle of the field at linebacker just flowed out of the play. There was nobody at home when he ran, and all he had to do, and then he broke a bunch of tackles. I mean, you can't arm tackle. You need to plant somebody on the ground when you get them downfield.
Absolutely. We were talking in the first half about how Westfield's defense seemed to be more physical than it had been at any point this year, but was not the case on that play.
Oh, that's the worst tackling I've seen in a while from Westfield.
Yeah, you got to come out ready to play football out of the locker room, and now look at you. Everything you did for those first 24 minutes is erased in 22 seconds. You went from a 1-point lead, now you're down by 7.
Hancock and Smallwood are back to receive. I don't have a feeling they'll get a hand on it. It'll probably fall a line earlier, and we'll figure out who has it.
Yeah, it's
probably
Williams.
after the play.
Williams, a left footer. That was a toe kick.
Yep. On the way. Fielded by Connor Shelton right around the 25. He's going to take it. Running to this near sideline, trying to look for a crease. Breaks one tackle, and it gets undercut right at the 40-yard line.
He pulled the flag out for horse collar and didn't throw it. He had it in his right hand. Goodness
The thing
gracious.
is, I don't think that was a horse collar. I think he got him right around the back of the shoulder, right around the numbers.
I mean, you had it out. You obviously saw something.
Well, Shelton is
It
quick.
was close, but I don't think it was there. Yeah, Connor Shelton, he's a 9th grader, I believe, or he's a 10th grader. He's got a bright future in Westfield football for sure.
Yeah, if he gets in the weight room, he could really do some damage.
Absolutely. Westfield going to come out here in this wing T formation. A couple of tight ends. Going to give that toss to Mikey. He's going to look for a hole. He's got one. Driving his legs, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of 5.
Yeah, that's just that same play they've been running over and over, that quick toss. And then if they're able to kick out that defensive end, they run inside. If they block him down, then they try to get him to the edge.
Good pickup right there.
That really just is a read by the blocker. We had a play very similar to that at Perry, and we did the same thing. We just took that defender wherever he wanted to go and ran off the blocker's butt.
Yep.
That was a very fun play to run.
Very simple.
Yep, same formation. Going to go the other way with it. Smallwood's got it, following Mikey. And he will stumble forward. This play not as fruitful, gains 2.
Yeah, he fell over his offensive lineman that time. Seth Andrews was kind of muddied up in the backfield there and enabled him only to pick up the 1 yard, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3. I'd like to see what Shelton can do in there. You know, I know they got the big bruisers and it's been working, but I'd love to see that speed element if they can get a toss and let him get the edge, because I think he's really shown that ability to have that breakaway speed.
Right here, I think you try to draw him off.
What are you
3rd down and 3. Mikey's going to have it. He's got the toss. He's got the first down. And safety decided he didn't want any going high on Mikey, so he dove at his legs and undercut him right at, looks like that'll be at the 42-yard line. No, they're going to bring the ball back and mark it at the 44.
Yeah, moving the chains is important here. Let your defense, the guys who are not out there on offense, rest a little bit, but you need an answer. And this right here, if you can get a drive going, a couple first downs strung together.
Yeah. That was a Planter's first down, and they will come back out in this formation. This is the formation they've had the most success in today, and that's the play. Tossed to Mikey, bounces off one guy, hits a spin move on nobody, still driving his feet, and he will gain 2.
I mean, how debilitating is that on a defense to know it's the exact same call every single time? You go left, you go right, and to not be able to stop it.
Yeah, but they found a little bit of success in stopping it. That was only a gain of 2, and that's not sustainable.
Yeah, but what they'll do, they'll probably do the same thing here. Let's say they get 4. Then you get 4 more. Then it's first down. I mean, it's just
true.
A slow, steady. And this is how you got to beat a team that's got as much firepower as Pinewood.
And that is what the wing tee is designed to do. 4 yards in a cloud of dust. They come back out in it. Got a Smallwood, going to toss to him. Everybody knows what's coming. And he gains
a yard,
maybe a yard and a half. Ball looks like it will be marked right at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 5.
How about 6?
3rd down and 6.
This is probably 4-down territory.
You would think. I mean, just because you know what kind of offensive speed that they have for Pinewood.
You can't afford to go down
2 scores.
Right here, you might look at something play action.
Nah, same play.
Yep, they're going to give it up to Mikey. He's going to try to get the edge, and he'll be stacked up for a loss of 3.
Yeah, that was number 20, John Marshall Hedrick, who got him from behind, and then they finished him off up top with Hunter Smith.
And I think they're going to bring the punt unit on.
Yeah, that was they did not get the block on the edge that time, and that enabled the backside defender to kind of come in and bring him down.
I feel like Westfield's gone to the well one too many times.
And they're going to force Pinewood to call a timeout here.
Yeah, they had too many people on the field, it looks like. It had trouble getting a defender off. So we will take a timeout with them. We will come back. Pinewood leads Westfield 20-13 with 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. Westfield getting ready to punt following an unfruitful drive. Gained a first down or 2, but was unable to do anything with it. Michael Fitzpatrick.
Now what do we have?
It looks like we had
too quick of a...
Yeah, it was blown dead, I guess.
I don't think they had blown the play ready.
Yeah. Maybe not. And it looks like Mikey was getting ready to throw down here to...
well, I think he was just...
To Hunter Hancock. He may have just been fooling around, but who knows?
Yeah, I would just do this, yeah.
Doink. And there it goes.
Now you get...
I don't hate that at all.
No, good kick.
That's going to ride.
No, it went out of bounds.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay. So it'll be marked down right about at the 5-yard line. Can't ask for a better position for your defense to be in, but they got to tackle better than they did on that last drive, or it's going to be a very quick drive.
And I've noticed that a lot of punters in the college game have started doing that same motion that Michael just did, where you take the snap as the punter, you kind of wait a minute because you know that a lot of times they're in punt return mode.
They're not gonna rush anybody, so you just
let your defenders get down there.
Yep, absolutely. Pinewood's going to come out and spread it out. They got 4 wide. Now they're bringing one guy in as a type of tight end H-back role. Watson setting to throw. Ball
picked off.
Chris Kennis picked it off on the tip. That's why you run tip drills, everybody. Throw was a little bit high for Luke Dasher. Came off his big right hand. Chris Kennis got underneath it, and it's 1st and 10 Westfield from the 24.
That's huge.
He's been trying to hit that slant, that little skinny post, all night long. He's been dropping down about 3/4.
Yep.
And that's causing that ball to kind of sail a little bit. And it was behind Lake Dasher, hit off his hand, as you said, Brant. And, man, you could not be positioned more perfectly than Chris Kennis was.
Again, that is Lake Dasher. We are not messing that up. It is L-A-K-E.
Yeah.
In case anybody wondered if it was Luke.
Lake.
So
they get an advantage
Don't
here.
hate that name. Westfield's going to come out in the offset I formation to changing it up just a little bit.
And there's a false start.
And feels like a false start. They were going to have an ISO play.
Might have been Hancock again.
Takes so long to snap the football.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what was happening. I don't know if Beckham was trying to read the defense or make a change, but.
Yeah, you got to get the snap off. It's kind of like a pitcher. When you're out there and your defense, your offense, they just get so tired and like, all right, hurry up, let's do this. You got to keep a rhythm.
I mean, you shoot yourself in the foot, you take momentum away from yourself, and you get a 5-yard penalty to start a drive after a big turnover. It's unnecessary, damaging your own team.
And we're on the same play, handed off to Smallwood up the middle. He gains a yard.
I don't know why you get away from. I mean, I know that last drive they held you, but stick with what got you here. Keep doing the same thing.
I don't know. I
feel like Pinewood's adjusted.
Because they were so diversified the first drive. Where did that go?
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd down and 14.
I mean, if you scripted that, go back to the script.
Now they're going back just straight I.
Yeah, that is just straight I. Mikey is your fullback. Smallwood is your tailback. Looks like Pinewood's coming with a blitz. They're at least showing pre-snap. And
option.
Triple option. Pitch to Smallwood, trying to get the edge.
Just get upfield.
Can't. Yep. He will fall forward, be tackled at the 25-yard line, get it back past the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and
10.
Yeah, say a short 10.
So that is
such a thing.
That's what's frustrating. Like Brett mentioned, you had that penalty to start this thing, and now here you are, 3rd down and 10. I mean, and you're kind of in no man's land. So this is probably 4-down territory because.
Yep. And you take away that 5-yard penalty, it's really
3rd and
4, 3rd and 5. Wow, they
didn't give. He was inside the 25.
Bad spot.
Yeah, not a very advantageous spot. Going to have two wide receivers to the far side. I formation again. Run that triple option. Give up the middle. That's Luke Walton.
Keep going. Almost had it.
Clay Walton. Luke's the coach.
Clay
of the
Walton.
Kings.
You're right. Luke Walton. He was with the Lakers, wasn't he?
That's true. Very true.
Clay Walton. And it looks like Westfield is bringing on a different unit. They'll throw the kicking tee out there, so it looks like Mikey's going to try a long field goal.
I don't really know how this
doesn't
gets you.
gain anything.
What does this get you?
Nothing.
It means if you score a touchdown, you go ahead. If you make it, this will be kicked from the 28-yard line, so this will be a 38-yard field goal.
I don't know about this.
Kick is up, and it.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, right off the crossbar.
That was a knuckler.
Yep, he just didn't hit it quite flush enough.
No, he hit it flush. He just didn't get underneath it enough.
Yeah.
Well, that was
hit it too flush, I guess.
That was,
but knuckled right up into the crossbar and bounced backwards, and Pinewood's going to have it at the 20.
I have to think that was a hold issue.
Something.
Because, yeah,
that was a very odd. I didn't really care for that play call there because you kick the field goal, you're still down 4.
Mikey clearly has the leg.
Yeah, but what does it get you? You're down
3
4
points.
Yeah, you still got to score a touchdown.
Well, yeah, but if you score a touchdown, you go ahead. Anyway, Pinewood's going to come out. They'll have a man in the shotgun and give it off on the buck sweep.
Ooh. He got smashed there.
David Friedberg got it on the buck sweep, took it for a gain of about 7, and planted. I believe that was Hunter Spence, not Kennis.
Yeah, I agree with Kenny. I think your risk reward there and your lost opportunity of going for it potentially, and I think you're much more likely to pick up a 3rd or 4th down and 6 than you are to make that field goal right there, and it doesn't really help you as much. The benefit's not there.
I mean, you run that win probability stuff they always talk about. I don't see that changing that at all, making that field goal.
Handoff up the middle to Friedberg. Burst through the line again. Missed tackle. We're going to have a holding call. Mikey needs to get off of him. He is running down the sideline. Finally brought down in an aggressive tackle by Hunter Hancock, and it looks like it'll be a holding or an unsportsmanlike conduct on either Mikey or number 62 of Pinewood, who is not on our roster, so I may be getting his number wrong. Maybe 52. Eli Collins. It'll be holding on Eli Collins, and that will bring back a long run. And if I'm David Friedberg, I'm pretty upset because I just ran a really long way for no reason.
I think it's still going to be a first down.
Oh, and somebody's wanting a piece of Fitzpatrick. You're going to lose that battle there, number 18. I would just back away, number 13, Lawson. So that negates a huge
No, it'll be
play.
second down and.
Well, the stick is saying third.
Yeah, it should be still be second.
Second and 2.
Should be second and 2.
So a very, very long run down to about the 4 becomes a second. Yeah, he's changing the sticks now. Second and 3.
So they need those digital sticks that, Auburn University created. So they told us when we were there.
Oh, my.
We make the digital sticks.
That is my favorite thing in all of college football. The digital sticks. Love those.
You got to get some new favorite things. Oh, I almost tried to rip it out there.
Yep.
My favorite thing in college football is when you're at a game and they have those big boards that show you when they're coming back from break.
Those are cool, too. I believe Auburn University developed those as well.
Oh, my God.
Well, look at Michael, man.
You brought him up.
Mike's he's into it. He's staring over there at their sideline. He's like a bad guy wrestler. I think he loves.
Heel?
Yeah,
He's a heel.
loves being the guy.
He is the heel on this football team for sure. Every football team needs one.
He just wants to
Watson's
hit somebody.
going to take it, avoid one tackler, trying to break an arm tackle. That's a great job by Jay White.
No, I don't think.
It was 62.
Yeah, I know, but our
Jay
roster's wrong, I think.
Oh,
Brett.
is it?
Miller, right?
Cole Miller.
Cole Miller. Great job by Cole Miller keeping a hold of Watson.
Yep.
He didn't make the prettiest tackle, but he held him up and waited for help.
Good job by Jay Wright. I mean, what?
Shut up.
What's his name?
Ray Rice?
Cole Miller.
Cole Miller.
Come on, man.
Ray Rice.
Connor Shelton coming in at safety.
Yeah, I wonder Kenneth is out for some reason. So
Watson fakes, looking for that long.
Oh, man, that was a good throw.
Yeah, had the seam route just a little too tall for Lake Dasher. They've got some really tall wide receivers on the outside, and Dasher and Durrance, 6'2" and 6'1", respectively.
Now you got to think they're going to punt here, right? Or no, this is third.
And Donner and Blitzen.
One of them is named Dasher.
Brett entertains himself. Oh, my goodness.
I've been holding on to that one for a while.
I was about to say, you saw Dasher was someone's
and
last name.
And Prancer. And
Coach Farmer's working the ref here on the near sideline. I don't know what he's talking. He's trying to get the benefit of a call of some way. Oh,
They're down at 8. Yeah, we're going to have an illegal procedure penalty. I think they had maybe one too many men in the backfield.
That's one of those where you, as a coach, it's like you feel proud. You're like, yep, I did that.
I bought that one.
That was me.
This will be 3rd down and 14 now for Pinewood.
But do you
How big is that holding penalty there?
Huge. Absolutely massive. And the thing is, it came at the back end of the play. Was not even necessary for that huge gain.
And they've had a lot of those.
Ooh, they got that diamond pattern over there on the far right.
Going to throw it to the back receiver.
Yeah, it feels like a screen, and Westfield's going to call a timeout and not have to deal with it, hopefully.
Or just figure out how to deal with it.
Yep. So they will take a timeout. There are 3:22 left here in this third quarter. Westfield trailing Pinewood 20-13 here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I play soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm gonna play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game.
Welcome back. Pinewood going again with that diamond formation. We are in the Woodland subdivision third quarter. Pinewood throwing it to that outside receiver. Got to come up and make a tackle, and he's still dancing, and he did not get it.
Did he lose it?
Well, he helped him out by dancing backwards.
Whoa, whoa,
Yep.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
And he's
no,
No, he dove.
He dove. You can't throw a flag on that. That's awful.
I don't know what that flag would be for.
How would you throw that? He's the one who's diving.
He used
I
his
don't
own
know.
momentum to go forward. It wasn't.
That's terrible.
I don't know.
They better
unless,
they
unless
better
they
wave this
say
off.
This is
They better wave
a
this
late
off.
hit because I did hear whistles.
No, that is awful. That is so bad.
I'm not sure about that one.
He was still moving and dove forward.
The problem is I heard whistles, but at that point the pile was still moving.
That is so
And I don't know.
pathetic of a job officiating.
So yeah, they're calling it after the play, so
That's terrible.
Well, they're getting to the line quickly here.
yeah, they are.
So they get the benefit of that penalty, and now they're going to try to hurry up.
Pinewood set up. Yep, they're going to toss to the strong side, and Mikey's going to chase it down. Sniffed that one out, didn't get blocked, and chased it all down.
That's okay. They'll just give him a penalty and allow him to get a first down for free.
Well, they didn't on that play.
And Mikey did the old tackle and step over him as he gets up.
Yeah, he
kinda.
did. Which, kind of surprised they didn't throw a personal foul on that.
Yeah.
Second down and still 10, gained about 6 inches.
It's a field judge throwing that penalty flag for anyways. He's 40 yards away from the from where it occurred.
That was 3 plays ago, Brett.
Oh,
Give it
man.
the middle to Friedberg.
Ooh, good
and
hit.
He is thumped by Braden McDaniel.
Yeah, I thought he was getting through that hole, and as he spun, McDaniel came back. And
Yeah, dangerous. It's dangerous to spin in the middle of the field like that.
yeah, you're just asking because, I mean, you're exposing your back, and you don't know what's coming from behind.
You cannot see which way you're going.
Quick pass.
Wasson, quick pass.
Oh.
No. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, they went off his hands. And
Yep, Hancock, if Hancock had had his hands up, he might have been able to pick that one off.
that would have been some quick
But-
reaction. Now they're going to bring out the punt team.
4th down and 6. They win in a hurry after that PI, or unsportsmanlike conduct.
So Westfield's defense holds strong even after the penalty, and I would play punt safe here if I were the Hornets.
It looks like they're calling a play that's not a punt.
Well, they took Wasson out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they brought on their punt unit, but
No, this is a punt.
yeah, they're going into punt formation, but I'd still be wary of a fake here because
So
who
they don't-
knows?
Yeah, I mean, they don't have any gunners out, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you got to be in punt
that's
safe
true.
here.
Dasher is back to punt. He'll get the snap, and he will punt it away.
Just let it go. Don't even get near it.
Yep.
Get out of the way.
Yep.
That'll work for
It
Westfield.
will.
That's a victory.
Yep, die right around the 15-yard line. And it looks like Westfield's going to come out pretty quickly. We have 2 minutes left in this Woodland subdivision third quarter. 20-13 Pinewood. Westfield has mostly controlled this game, save for one huge play by Pinewood to go up when they were down 13-12. They got the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they, first play from scrimmage after halftime, just right up the middle and then a couple of missed tackles, and then he was off to the races. But other than that, you take away that, and you take away the odd call of the fumble, and who knows?
Fake the pitch to
Westfield's not blocking him like they were in the first half.
Yeah, it feels like they're crashing down more with that wing T formation because everybody knows what you're going to run out of it. They tried to counter with Smallwood after running that toss play over and over, but it worked.
That's where I'd come
Gain of
here
3.
with a jet sweep or something, to the outside, get Shelton in there, and you got that edge. If they keep crashing down.
The problem is it's tough to run a jet sweep out of that tight a formation.
Well, why don't you just run the toss like you've been running, but drag
it to the outside?
Well, no, drag the tight end across and let the toss man throw the ball down the field.
That could work. This time they will toss to Fitzpatrick, trying to bang his way up the middle.
Yeah, they are quick with the whistle, too, on those pile plays.
He will gain just a little bit. 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, they got to, cutting it back inside, obviously, right now, if you're the defensive end for Pinewood, what you're trying to do is you're setting the edge. You're going upfield to try to cut them back into the defense. But if you're Westfield, you got to get a little bit more flat and try to run out wide if you can, block him down.
Westfield again in this wing tee. Bring Smallwood in motion. He will run up the middle. Runs over a man, spins off a man. He has the first down and a little bit more.
They missed a face mask.
Yeah, they did. That was clear.
Yep. But either way, he's down now at the 27. That will be a Planters First Bank first down at the 27-yard line.
It always amazes me how we can
probably
see
be the
that
end of the
stuff,
third.
But they can't.
Yeah, there's only 17 seconds left in this third quarter, and if you're Westfield, you probably don't run another play. And it looks like what Beck is doing, he's talking to his teammates, and we're probably going to go to the fourth quarter here with this game only within one score.
And Westfield has possession, which is huge as well.
Absolutely, it does. So we will take a quick break, and we will come back with the fourth quarter here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
What did you... Welcome back here to the Planters First Bank fourth quarter.
Could you show a little professionalism?
That is the audacity coming from you.
Me?
Yes.
You can't even spell audacity.
A-U-D-I-S. Nope. C-I-T-Y. Fixed it.
Told you.
Gonna toss it to Fitzpatrick. Dances around a man, stiffs arms a guy, and puts his shoulder into somebody and falls forward to the 30.
That was a fun bear hug.
Yeah, that was pretty tight around the neck there.
Hey, sometimes that's how you have to That's how you have to tackle a guy that big.
So yeah, that was pretty awesome there. Good tackle. So I was showing the video of my son. He got Trey Young's arm sleeve the other night.
That's awesome.
At the Hawks game. But second down and 7 here at the 30. And Westfield is taking this thing to the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter brought to you by Planters First Bank.
And it looks like Westfield wants to go as slowly as possible for this drive.
I really can't get behind Trey Young. I think it has to do with a follicle issue.
Maybe.
Fake the toss, give it up to Walton up the middle, and he goes absolutely nowhere. Stopped for no gain.
Well, you're much wider than Trey Young, so you couldn't get behind him. You could see both sides of your left handles on either side.
Hey, you're right there with me, bub.
I didn't say I couldn't get behind him. I didn't say I couldn't get behind him. So,
golly.
Sorry, Brett.
You okay there?
That was, oh my God. Sometimes I have to pull out like the industry laugh, but times like that, that's a genuine laugh. Westfield spreading it out. Oh, that was amazing, Kenny.
Might as well take a shot here, especially here on the near side. The safety's shaded over the other way.
Looks like they're setting up the screen.
Oh.
He caught it.
Well, he didn't, but.
That was a.
Oh, and he's talking mess. Where's the penalty on that? I think he's.
It's kind of weird. Sometimes officials will let you get away with that. Sometimes they won't. I think they're just magic words that you can and cannot say.
Well, the head ref there shook his head, Willie White, at the defender, kind of telling him, hey, watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, now what are we doing?
We have an equipment issue, it looks like.
No, I think he's talking to Michael, telling him something, basically saying maybe Michael said, hey, man, how can he run his mouth and I can't? So
it looks like Mikey's going to kick. They have 2 returners back, does Pinewood. So I'd watch the reverse.
Offsides.
It was close.
Oh,
Dasher muffed it. He's going to fake the reverse. He still has it. He's at the 40. He will be wrapped up and tackled by Connor Shelton around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they're trying to set up the little fake end around on the punt return and try to get Westfield flowing one way. But good job by the Hornets staying at home, knowing their assignments and minimizing the return. But now this is the biggest possession of the game for the Westfield defense. They
absolutely have to get a stop
Westfield needs a turnover here.
Yeah, a pick six would do
Take
wonders
it in the distance,
for Westfield.
Then I'll go 2. Go for 2.
Why not? Nothing to lose.
Give it off.
Oh, what a spin move.
Good spin move, but right into the arms of other Hornets goes David Friedberg.
Michael cracks me up the way he plays football because we've talked to him. He's such a quiet guy, but when he gets up off piles, he pushes off of the player. I mean, he just does some of the old school stuff.
He's got to get off the pile.
I'm just saying.
Why not use another body to do it?
He's a big boy.
It just makes me laugh. Like, he is that old school hard-nosed football player that's like, I'm going to make you hurt.
That's what football's about, or it should be.
Going to have 2 wide. Going to go quick slant here. What a great catch by Wade Durrance. That throw was very high over the middle, and he got chopped in half as he was in midair, but he was able to hold on to the ball and gets a first down at the 40.
Well, it has to be because Braden McDaniel's over there. He's having to throw over top of him.
Yeah, it was him, and I believe that was number 31 for Westfield. That's Austin Tomlinson at the right outside linebacker position. They both went up trying to get in the throwing lane. And
telling you, he's going to throw a pick right here.
Which means he's about to throw a touchdown with the Brett Taylor guarantee.
That's a very good observation.
That is a trademark. Drop back to pass.
Yep, and there it is.
Going to throw the deep ball. Durrance has it, and that is a touchdown.
Every time. The Brett Taylor guarantee never fails.
Way to go, Brant Daltrey. That's your fault.
Absolutely.
Just a little fade pattern, kind of a little pump and go.
If you're going to blame me for all the team's misfortunes, please pay me more.
No, that's a Brett Taylor right there. I mean, it is legitimately.
Yeah, that was a straight go route just right down that far sideline.
I mean, you could have caught that. There was nobody around.
Well, I couldn't have gotten that open, but if I was that open, I could have caught it. Just Mick Wasson just floated it.
Game of missed opportunities.
Well, it's been kind of the story of the early season for Westfield. They put it together the last middle half of the season, and now they've kind of gone back to what they did early. And nowhere to throw.
Wasson has nowhere to throw, being chased around. He will finally get rid of it.
Out of bounds.
Yep, he has a man, but he's out of bounds, so the try is no good. 26-13 Pinewood with 8:30 left in this Planters First Bank fourth quarter. We will come back with the kickoff here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Welcome back here to the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Westfield trailing 26-13, 8:30 left in the game. We have here in this Planters First Bank fourth quarter.
Give it.
We are at the Swanson House kickoff. Again, imagine he's not going to boot this one very deep, but we'll see. This is number 71, Peyton Williams. He's that big freshman I was talking about. He is 6'4", 241 pounds as a freshman in high school.
Big boy.
That's a big boy. And he will left foot boot it. End over end. Caught at the 20. Spence has it. The flag flies in from the backside. Does not get the block he needs. Will be tackled at the 32, so that's a 12-yard gain, but we'll see what the flag holds. over there on the very far side of the field.
Yeah, that's totally away from the.
I have a sneaking suspicion what this is.
Holding, blocking the back.
Yeah.
Going to be a face mask against Westfield.
I don't think that they know how to throw a personal foul on Pinewood.
Well, the Hornets got to score, and they got to score quick. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. They're down by 13.
And really, if you think back, every pivotal call that has happened in this game has gone against Westfield.
I agree with you, but at the same time, you can't blame the personal fouls for the position Westfield's in right
I don't agree. They've had a lot of penalties, too. Stupid stuff.
No. I'm talking about every – I'm not talking about the penalties. I'm talking about –
Westfield's going to come out in the shotgun with a two-back set.
I can't talk to y'all.
Got a play coming, Brett. Going to drop, sling it. If we're going for the one-on-one matchup.
Oh, man, he almost got it.
Yep, almost had it. Almost had a one-handed grab, but Spence looks like it'll be a pass interference call.
You got to start taking these chances like this because, I mean, you like we just said, you got to score quickly.
Yeah, you don't have time for these 6-minute drives that Westfield has been running so far in this game. So it is pass interference against the Pinewood Patriots. And that will be a Planters First Bank first down. Move the ball to the 30-yard line.
I mean, they're going to continually just have the one safety, and they're kind of shading him, too.
And they're blitzing. They're pretty much going zero coverage every snap. They have maybe one safety deep, and they're going man coverage pretty much across the board.
So why not, like here, you got Hancock. Hancock's pretty tall. We've seen his abilities. Take a shot.
Absolutely. Looks like they will. Got a slant route and underthrew it.
Got to catch the ball.
Threw it.
Well,
threw it low. Was not an easy catch, but it still was a catch that should have been made.
You get your hands on it, you make the catch.
It was almost like that. It had a little curve action to it at the end. The bottom just kind of dropped out of it. But you got to make that catch. You need to go down to your knees if you have to.
You make that catch and you stay on your feet, he's off to the races.
Well, if he was going to make the catch, you would have had to go down. If he's off to the races, it had to been up a little bit more, catching in stride.
Westfield comes out again in the same formation. Looks like they have two wide receivers out to catch passes, then a tight end and two running backs in to block. Nope, they're going to run a screen.
He did not read that.
Sniffed out.
Because they had the two outside linebackers. They took them out into the flats to cover the two backs on both sides.
Yep.
And as Beckham, obviously being a high school quarterback, he doesn't have the ability to audible out of that. But you got to figure something out. When you see that, that is telltale number one. They're going to be covering. That's their job, is cover those backs.
So 3rd down and 15. Westfield's going to be throwing, one would think, on this play.
Well, it's 2-down territory. You got nothing to lose.
Oh, yeah,
now.
it is definitely 4-down territory, but still, I'm going to motion in Kennis. That is Robert Kennis into that tight end spot. Pinewood coming with some pressure. Going to scramble and throw. It'll be a pickup of 5. So it'll be 4th down and 10.
And they're going to punt?
And it looks like they're going to bring the punt team on.
Why?
That doesn't make sense.
How did that help any by running that play?
Well, I mean, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you get 5 yards closer, which is great. But
no, you might as well just throw the ball deep and hope you get a pass interference.
They better hurry up.
But at the same time, going for it here feels like the better option. But Fitzpatrick's going to boot it. Fair catch by Durrance. Will be caught at the 30.
Not a fan of that play call there.
No, I'm not either.
You're down by 13 points. I know you're back on your own 25, but now
that felt like do or die time. I know your defense has played well, but they have to be getting tired, especially considering most of these guys play both ways.
Now,
marked it 3 yards up from where he held the ball.
And yeah, this couple of people are up here complaining about the spot, and they're absolutely right. He caught that ball about 3 yards back from where it is now, but Pinewood's going to come out with 5 wide.
I can't believe they're throwing the football.
Quick throw.
Look at that.
Picked off by Kennis. Don't understand that.
Why are you throwing the football?
Yeah, absolutely. That was an not great play call.
There's
man. So two questionable calls in a row one by each team, and Westfield has it at the plus 30 going in. So a chance for redemption.
What in the world would make you throw the football in that situation?
I can't. I don't have an answer for you, Kenny.
I mean, 6.5 minutes.
I don't have an answer for
You're
you.
leading by 2 scores.
Oh my goodness! What a play by Chris Kinnis.
That's his second pick of the night. He's obviously our player of the game nominee here so far.
Got to cash in.
Yep. Toss sweep to Smallwood coming up the middle. He dives into the pile, gains 2.
Man, I don't understand that at all.
No, I don't either. You pretty much have this game won, and the way Friedberg has been running the ball, you would think you could get a couple of drives going just by running the ball exclusively.
And if you're Westfield right now, how about not running over and getting a play call? How about hand signals?
Do you have hand signals?
Something. When you're down, you got a clock.
I agree that you should, but
don't run the football. Throw the ball to the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand that this has been your bread and butter, but you have 6 minutes left in the game, and you're down by 13.
Wow.
They will roll out, throw to Walton, throw not close enough. Yeah,
touchdown if he caught that.
Seems like Beckham has trouble throwing when he's on the move, especially.
Well, he didn't have a chance to get
to his
set.
left. Yeah, moving to his left, he has a lot of trouble, which most right-handed quarterbacks do.
You got to give him some sort of chance to throw it. I mean, he had no time there.
Yeah, that was not good. The defense or the offensive line did not hold up their end of the bargain there.
Not good, my friend. Not good.
Not ideal.
I say you run off the inside receiver and come back with a deep slant on the outside and hope you bust the seam right there. Something quick.
You need something.
See,
that pass tipped. Never made it to its intended receiver, so now it's 4th down and 8.
Yeah, they're trying to hit Robert Kinnis there on the quick slant, but they dropped those outside linebackers back into that zone, and Beckham still threw it. Lucky it wasn't picked going the other way.
Yep. That's what happens when you stare down the receiver.
You know, I've had this question for my other favorite football team, the Auburn Tigers. Is that play predetermined? Does he know where he's going with the ball at the snap?
Well, yes, sure it is, but you can manipulate the defense with your eyes. And you have to hold to the middle of the field until you turn to that receiver. You can't just snap the ball and look right at him.
4th down and 8. 4 wide, 1 running back in. Looks like he's going to protect. They're going to throw the quick slant. Hook and ladder, it worked. Kinnis is down the sideline. Touchdown Hornets.
They got
the old hook and ladder.
His knee touched down when he caught it.
Oh,
I thought the same thing.
Are you serious? Oh, no. They're going to say he was down.
The crowd is going to lose it.
Yeah. We have heard a penalty somewhere.
I think they're saying his knee was down when he pitched it.
So, yep, it's going to be Pinewood's ball.
So you don't think that every pivotal play in this game has gone against Westfield?
I don't know. I thought his knee was down when he caught it. I was going to. No.
We do not have replay.
Well, I don't know.
We do not have the ability to replay, I don't think, unless Brett can whip something up here. He cannot.
He gets super nervous when this happens, by the way. So
I don't care.
Don't ask him. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so a penalty flag. Looks like he's going to be thrown on.
I don't have it.
He gets nervous.
No, I'm not nervous at all. How am I nervous?
I didn't think the guy was down on the ground making the pitch.
I didn't think. I didn't see it either.
I don't know. It was close. We can watch that later.
Yeah, that'll be something to watch later, like you said. Dive up the middle. Seems like Pinewood's learned their lesson. Keith Wasson maybe has figured out he doesn't want to throw the ball anymore. And that's such a shame because the hook and ladder worked to perfection. I did not think his knee was down live, but I wasn't looking for that either.
Yeah, I did.
They're going to go 5 wide again?
Yeah, they're trying to stretch it out for a quarterback run.
Brett, you may be right. Nope, you're not. They're going to fake. They got a double move.
They got 3 guys down here.
Yeah. And that's
pass interference.
Yeah, it was pass interference, and it got caught anyway.
Did it really?
Yeah. Number 17. Hold on, let me get a name on him. Hunter Smith
This
was
may
down
be
there.
the dumbest play calling I've ever seen, though.
Yeah, that was. I don't get that play call at all.
You're
'Cause that
up
should have been
13,
picked, but
you're up 13 and you're throwing the ball deep. I don't get it.
oh my goodness.
I mean,
This
you're asking to have the ball intercepted again.
Yeah, so that pass was completed, but there was a pass interference.
Here we go. What do we got?
And it's
pass interference, defense.
Yes, it was. And they accepted the. Okay, I guess they're saying the pass was incomplete. I thought Smith fell underneath it.
This game has turned into like a first or second week officiated game, where there's like a flag every other play.
Well, that was definitely pass interference, Brett.
Oh, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying this.
Buck sweep here to Friedberg.
Game's turned into.
And he will gain a couple. Still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds. See where he gets marked. Yeah, that'll be a 2nd down and 7, or 2nd down and 3. Excuse me.
Well, I guess what I'm saying, a game that had been so cleanly played for the first half has turned into.
Tried to counter action there and got knocked down. That'll be 3rd down and 5 on the next play, and Westfield will take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them. We will come back with the end of this game here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Welcome back here to the Hornet's Nest. We are 4:23 left in this game, with Westfield trailing 26-13 against the Pinewood Patriots.
Looks like maybe Kenny and crew down there came to a consensus of. Looks like Kennis or whoever caught the ball was on the ground when he's coming up. His knees off the ground when he actually makes the catch, which would mean that he would not be down on the play. So I don't know. It's just again. Sometimes a team gets snake bit, and a lot of pivotal calls or plays go against you, and that's just the way it is sometimes.
So they're gonna throw again. He's going to tuck it and run smartly, go out of bounds.
It's just this is how you get players hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, just run the football, punt.
Yeah, just run it up the middle and run the clock out. Yeah. I don't get this. I do not get this from Keith Wasson. Coach Keith Wasson, I understand you want to get your son some padded stats, but man, wins are better than stats, man. The 3:45 left in the game. We had a bit of a clock issue. Going to reset.
Well, the on-field officials have to make a call to tell these guys up here to stop it.
That's true.
They're not making the calls down on the field to tell them to stop the.
So we now have a replay of the hook and ladder. We're not going to be able to show it to you guys, but we'll see what our opinions are. So, yeah. I don't think his knee ever touched the ground.
Me either.
I didn't see his knee ever come close to touching the ground.
I think it was. Well, there's a run there. It's a moot point now, but
yeah,
if you watch.
Man, that's.
Watch again. His knee looks like.
He does definitely dip, but I don't think his knee touched the ground. I mean, this is a wide angle, so it's hard to tell, but. So it's 2nd down and 7 in the game as it stands right now.
Well, if they miss the call, it's just going to make you mad anyway, so there's no point in really looking at it.
So it's 2nd down and 7 here. Wasson in shotgun, 3 wide receivers. And runs right into the sack. Braden McDaniel brings him down. McDaniel's had a good game here tonight. So, I don't know. I watched that. I think his knee went down. But
I see where his knee did come closer to the ground than I thought it did, but I still think it was up when he caught the ball. And like you said, it's a moot point now, but 3rd down and 12 looks like. It doesn't make any sense to throw a pass here, but it hasn't made sense for a good while now.
Yeah, I don't get it. Just run.
Yeah, run. If Pinewood has had run the ball this entire time, we never have any of this controversy. And
yeah, exactly.
The game's probably over by now.
Well, just think about those 2 plays, though. If they flip the other way and go in Westfield,
they're going to throw it again.
This is nuts. I mean, I know they don't have anything to worry about, but what if he gets hurt?
Yeah,
man,
and there was no receiver in that area that should have been pass interference.
20 was right there on the 45.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
again, it doesn't matter in high school football if you are out of the pocket. There has to be a receiver in the area or it's intentional grounding.
I think he threw it right over the head of 20.
Yeah, maybe.
But what I was saying is, what if
Pinewood's going to stop the clock again?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, the clock has stopped.
It should be 2:15 on the clock.
We're going to have a penalty on this far sideline. Looks like an illegal procedure.
Ooh, now the fans are yelling.
Yeah, the fans are getting restless. At least one of them. Which, of course, every high school football team has that one fan.
Wow.
So, punt it away.
Oh, boy. Shank dog bit him.
What did you say?
Shank dog bit him.
Wow.
It'll be down at the 39-yard line.
I don't know how you dice up a play and post it on Twitter. I'm not sure.
What you do is you screen record it
on your phone
and then edit it.
How do you screen record a video?
Same way you screen record everything else, Brett.
How do you do that?
No, you have a – I'll show you after the game. Beckham's going to drop back, throw the slant a little high over everybody's head and incomplete.
Show me now.
It's all right. So showing you on my iPhone XR, that little thing right there, I press it. It's going to count down. Now my screen's going to be recorded, and the clock's still running on an incomplete pass, and the fans are upset about it. So now that's recorded. So now I hit that again. It stops the recording.
No kidding.
I go to my photos. There's the video.
Huh. No kidding.
Right here?
Yeah. Nope, not that one. You don't have it on your – well, you definitely have it, but you don't have it set up on your home thing.
Oh.
I don't know. We'll figure that out after the game, and we'll definitely post that on Twitter. Beckham drops back. He's going to throw it over the middle into everybody, and it's knocked away incomplete.
Yeah, Hancock had to play defense there because there was 3 defenders and him
there
alone.
Were 3 white jerseys and 1 green jersey, and it was almost a bad formula. So 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, Westfield's got a
minute 37 left.
You never know with Pinewood, though, if they get the ball back the way they
could throw it.
They just sling it deep a couple of times for no discernible reason.
I mean, obviously they got the number 1 seed locked up and nothing to really play for, so maybe that's their thought. Padding some stats. Maybe he's trying to get to 2,000 or something.
Padding stats is how you get people hurt.
Oh, I agree. Oh, that's way too far.
That was way too far, way out of everybody's reach. Had to rush that one, had a free rusher coming up the middle.
Well, Westfield is going to lose this one tonight, but, you know.
2 plays. Really, three plays.
It really came down to about three plays. Yeah.
The big run after halftime. If the incomplete pass goes a different way, that's 6 off the board, and then the hook and ladder.
Well, yeah.
Fourth down, 4 wide. Mikey's going to block. He missed the block. Beckham's scrambling. They're going to call a blindside block on Fitzpatrick. Doesn't matter because he gets sacked anyway. And that will pretty much do it.
Yep. Couple knees and.
Williams got blocked in the back and still made a sack. And that's going to seal the deal.
So Westfield will drop, but they will play again next week.
I have a feeling Pinewood's going to try to score.
They might.
I don't know what I'll do if you're right.
I don't know, though. You might be right. Because we've seen it before down at another school when we were there once. Ronnie about lost his mind when it happened, too. I don't know if Coach Lane.
First and 10 from the 25-yard line. And, Pinewood's going to come out in the victory formation.
Yep. Just don't get anybody hurt.
The best or worst of all football formations.
Look at Michael, though. He's ready to pounce in there.
Yeah, just trying to get somebody to move, I think. But Westfield will call a timeout. We'll stay here. Or, no, he didn't call the timeout. They're just going to let the clock run.
Thank the Lord. I'm about to say, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So why don't we go ahead and kind of get into our post-game discussion here as we wind down into this one and, get ready for our Westfield Booster Club post-game show where Westfield loses this one 26-13. I think, I don't know about you guys, but our Sonic Drive-In play of the game has to be, player of the game has got to be
Chris Kinnis.
Chris Kinnis, yeah.
No doubt.
He had his two picks really gave Westfield a great chance.
And then he actually,
a great chance in this game. Brett's being a jerk.
But he could have actually, if they counted that hook and ladder, he had a touchdown too.
That's true.
But he is our Sonic Drive-In player of the game. So congratulations to him. How about our Flint Energy's hit of the game? What you guys thinking? I think Brandon McDaniel.
Yeah, where he it was
ran right into the
Friedberg was coming up the middle, looked like he was bursting through, hit a spin move, and Braden caught him right underneath the chin. So that was a great hit.
He's our winner of the Flint Energy's electrifying hit of the game, and that's Braden McDaniel. So Westfield falls here tonight 26-13 and wrap up the regular season. They will be the number 4 seed out of Region 2 in the playoffs. They will play the number 1 seed out of Region 1, I believe, correct?
I think it is. I think it's going to be either – no, they play the 2 seed.
2 seed, that's right, because number 1s get all first round bye.
Yeah, so they'll play probably Loganville Christian, yeah. That's what we're thinking.
So, for Peyton Josie upstairs and Brant Daughtry and Brett Taylor and all the referees who have been – at Brett's disdain for quite a long time.
I was about to say, what else?
This is the first game.
Hold on, I turned you off. I thought we were going out. And
this is the first game that I've been like this.
I know,
you have been more this way.
I'm kidding. So, anyway.
We are not friendly to officials, but what else is new?
Yeah.
So, for all you guys and all the fans watching, thanks for joining us for another successful season. As it's not over yet, though. The playoffs will be coming up in just another week. So, for all the other guys, I'm Kenny Kofer. Thanks for watching Westfield loses 26-13 on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.